Someone broke my phone at Vinyl Classic, so I'm waiting for my replacement. So it's my old phone.
Your flip?
Yeah.
How?
A drunk person, so I'm taking a selfie with a colleague of mine, and the drunk person said, come, I take it, and takes the phone out of my hand.
There's no batteries in this thing.
Sorry, Carl. Sorry. I was like, you know what? Your levels.
Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, a very good morning to you, Expresso. Yes, this is Expresso on S3. Morning, Carl Wasey.
Goeiemorgen, Zoe Brown. Yo, it's so
That's
lovely
right.
to be in your company. I just thought everybody on set said the same thing today, that it's almost the weekend. We were like on the weekend eve. I feel it, hey? The celebration in the air. There's something there. I don't know what
It
it is.
really is. And you know what? We love our fur babies.
Yeah.
You're a dog dad. I'm a cat mom. And of course, this morning, it is all about pets on your Feel Good Breakfast show as we gear up to the Pet Expo happening in Monte Casino in Johannesburg. We are super duper excited.
Yeah, we have dogs, we have reptiles, we've got cats, we've got pretty much everybody in studio, all of the pets.
Ooh.
I said everybody because pets for me are humans. It's like that. And we're going to learn about the effects pets have on kids and their self-confidence as well. We also are going to bust some of those myths with regards to owning pets. So find out which pet is right for your family as well with some of our experts on the couch.
And this and a whole lot more is still on its way on your Feel Good Breakfast show between now and 9 o'clock.
Yes.
It's going to be a jam-packed morning. But there's another pet dad in the house that we have to say good morning to.
Exactly. Not only good morning, though.
Hey, good morning, team. And good morning, Mzansi. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Klein Vrydag, but more importantly, it is a beautiful day because
I'm sorry, I'm going to stop him there. Okay, this is Guy's birthday today. I'm sorry. He was about to tell you some great things. Happy birthday, Ryan!
Thank you, Carl.
Yes! Ryan is 46 today, and it's really great to have this whole moment here, but I just thought I'd let you know. He was about to tell you about so many great things on the screen here. It doesn't matter. It's his birthday. Get onto social media. Send us voice notes as well, all right? 063-408-8863. It's his birthday. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Carlitos. Thank you, Mzansi. And I really do appreciate the love that does hopefully come through today. But let's get on with the magic. My best wish today is obviously on my birthday that I get to serve you, and I'm doing that right now. So yay for me. But let's carry on with the show, of course. As I was saying, it is all themed for pets this morning. So we want to know from you, what's like the most craziest thing your pet does that reminds you of a human? What's the most human thing that your pet or your furry animal does? Let us know. I know these stories are going to get crazy. I'll probably share some of mine with you as well later, but come through with the comments. We want to share this and have some fun today, seeing that this theme is all about the things that we absolutely love so much. And for now, though, it's time to kick off with official duties and let the show commence. Zoe standing by.
Thank you, birthday boy. Well, let's quickly touch on those national headlines. The 4 police officers who are part of Deputy President Paul Mashatile's VIP security detail have been suspended. This after assault cases were opened against them by 3 Defence Force trainees who were brutally assaulted by the VIP Protection Unit officers on the N1 freeway near Sandton in Johannesburg. One of the victims was allegedly struck with an assault rifle on the jaw and is still receiving medical attention. The men who were assaulted were all trainees with the SA Defence Force. And Johannesburg residents should store water 2 days before Rand Water's planned interruption next week from 7 p.m. on Tuesday to 3 p.m. on Thursday. The shutdown will accommodate upgrades to Rand Water's Eikenhof pump station. It will take about 5 days for the water system to recover after it's switched back next Thursday. Alternative water supply will be arranged for hospitals, clinics, schools, municipal offices, police stations and shopping centres. Moving to news abroad, Senegal's President Macky Sall appears to have saved his country from plunging into a deeper crisis by declaring that he will step down at the end of his 2 terms. Political analysts compared his decision to deactivating a bomb, pointing out that popular opposition politician Ousmane Sonko had threatened a new wave of mass protests if Sall decided to run for a controversial 3rd term. The 61-year-old president's announcement in a much-awaited TV address on Monday night caught many people by surprise. And thousands of people have attended a funeral procession in Jenin in the occupied West Bank for 12 Palestinians who died during Israel's 2-day military operation. During the offensive, some 100 Palestinians were wounded. Meanwhile, Israel carried out an air attack on the Gaza Strip yesterday morning after rockets were fired from that area overnight. 8 people were also injured on Tuesday morning when a Palestinian suspect crashed a car into pedestrians in Tel Aviv and then attacked bystanders with a knife. He was shot dead at the scene. And bringing it back home, children and families are welcome to attend the world's first underwater book launch tomorrow morning at 10:30 at Cape Town's 2 Oceans Aquarium. My First Wild Island Adventure is authored by legendary South African explorer Riaan Manser and award-winning journalist Murray Williams, and presently available for children. Manser was the first person to circumnavigate the world's 4th largest island, Madagascar, by kayak alone. It's a true story about a real-life action hero. Manser has many memorable memories, close encounters with Madagascar's marine life, humpback whales breaching meters away from his kayak, and even having being rammed by a shark. Well, he's certainly one to keep an eye out for, and we hope you can make the aquarium for that spectacular book launch. Well, that's where we leave your morning headlines. Let's take a first look at your sport.
Thanks a lot, Zoe. Let's take a look at your sporting action, starting with rugby. Now, not such good news, though. Springbok prop Oxen Chair will miss this year's Rugby Championship with a pectoral muscle issue. The 27-year-old sustained the injury on Tuesday and will be sidelined for Saturday's campaign opening test with Australia. Next weekend's trip to New Zealand and 29 July's game with Argentina. The Sharks' Lou said had been named to start this weekend's game against the Wallabies. He has been replaced by Steven Kitshoff, who had been due to fly with an early travel party to New Zealand this week before the All Blacks game. On to football, South Africa's 2023 Women's World Cup squad travelled to New Zealand after a dispute with the National Association highlighting gender pay gaps in the country was resolved. The Motsepe Foundation, founded by CAF President and billionaire Patrice Motsepe and his wife Precious Motsepe, pledged funds to resolve the dispute. Squad members had said their contracts did not include the 560,000 Rand appearance fee promised by FIFA to each of the 23 players. The spat caused a renewed conversation around gender pay gaps in sports in the country. Now, on to tennis news. Novak Djokovic was pushed hard but secured his 350th Grand Slam victory by beating Australia's Jordan Thompson 6-3, 7-6 and 7-5 to storm into the Wimbledon third round. Women's top seed Iga Swiatek outclassed Spain's Sara Sorribes Tormo 6-2 and 6-love, and Daria Kasatkina thumped Jodie Burrage 6-love and 6-2 to also reach round 3. Daniil Medvedev overcame wildcard Arthur Ferry, and Marta Kostyuk battled back to knockout Maria Sakkari before Stefanos Tsitsipas won a marathon clash with Dominic Thiem 3-6, 7-6, 6-2, 6-7 and 7-6. What a match that was. Now, on to Formula One. Now, Formula One have announced a 24-race schedule for the 2024 season, opening with two that will be raced on Saturdays. Now, the Bahrain and Saudi Arabia races will be held on Saturdays to accommodate Ramadan. Formula One will hope for better luck next year, as they had scheduled a record 24 races this season, but China and Emilia-Romagna were cancelled. Of course, both are on the calendar for next year, so we look forward to 24 races in the 2024 edition. That's it for your sport for now. Another update in 1 hour, but let's take a look at the weather, and hopefully the weather will play ball for the birthday boy, Ryle.
Thank you so much, Carlitos. Yes, let's take a look at the weather first up this morning and reporting on weather news. Now, the SA Weather Service warns of very cold, wet and windy conditions expected with the passage of a cold front over the Western Cape, the western and northern parts of the Northern Cape and the Eastern Cape from tomorrow into Saturday. Now, it's likely to result in some showers and thunder showers along the way, and such conditions may have adverse effects on small stock farming in the interior, as well as difficulty in navigation along the coast. Now, temperatures are expected to drop further on Sunday in most of the country, and parts of the Eastern Cape and Lesotho border will experience the lowest minimum temperature, with it dropping to -2 degrees Celsius. Now, snow can also be expected, so it's probably a good idea to fork out the woolies and blankies to keep warm this weekend. Well, from our weather news, it's time to dive into those temperatures and find out the last of the heat before that cold front does come through. So let's start off in Polokwane. Now, your day starts at a low of 4, and you move up to a high of 19 degrees. In Mbombela, you start your day on 19, moving up to a max of 22. Pretoria sees the day starting at 6 up to 19, and Johannesburg, 6 is your low, up to a high of 19 degrees. Sunny skies expected on your side of the world. But carrying on with the temperatures right now and moving over to Mahikeng, a chilly start of 5 degrees, moving up to 22 for your max. Klerksdorp, 4 degrees, a very chilly start, moving up to 22. Kimberley, very similar conditions, sunny skies, but a chilly start of 3 up to 22. And Bloemfontein, again, bringing the chill, -4 to start the day at your minimum, moving up to a max of 21 degrees. Over in Richards Bay now, it looks like the coast is getting a little bit warmer, 13 up to 22, but you can expect a little bit of rainfall potentially. Pietermaritzburg, 7 is your low, up to a high of 21. Durban, 14 up to 20 for your max. And Mthatha, a chilly start of 2 up to a moderate 22 degrees Celsius. Carrying on and moving further down the coast now over to East London, where the day starts at a low of 15 up to 20 degrees. Cradock sees the day starting at 6 up to 21. GQ Becha sees the day starting at 12 up to 19. And George, 14 is your low, up to a high of 22 degrees Celsius. Moving over to the mother city now, we start the day at a temperature minimum of 14 up to a high of 22 degrees Celsius. Worcester sees there starting at 12 up to 27. Sutherland 7 is your low, moving up to a moderate 17 for your max. In Uppington 11 up to a nice warm 27 degrees Celsius. Again, Mzansi, thank you so much for coming through and sending this next round of sunrise views in, because we absolutely love it. And starting us off this morning, we've got a Rumba Governor all the way from KZN sending in this absolutely magic shot. We are oh so here for it. And this one's overlooking the ocean. I love the pink hues in this. I love how the sun hasn't even come up yet. This is just giving that promise of a beautiful day. We've got Everell coming through next with this one, and it is all the way out in Cork Bay. I absolutely love this shot. Oh, it's actually a video looking out at the beach, and it is just oh so beautiful. Thank you for sending this one in. Ah, look at that. A clear ocean, the promise of a beautiful day just about to arrive. The sun hasn't even popped out yet, but we are oh so here for this one. And it doesn't stop there, because Zintle is coming through next. And I love this. It's not a video, it's a photo. Again, she snapped up this one. It's bold. It's a shot of the sun peeking up and looking at those colors. It is just a promise of magic. And I'm absolutely here for it. Thank you so much, Zintle, for sending this one through. And then last up, we've got Zena in Westerville. And it's capturing the birds flying through the sky in the morning. And I love the bright promise of this one. Zia and everybody else, thank you so much for sending in these incredible pictures. Keep it coming. We'll do it all again in the hour. You can use the number 063-408-8863. For now, though, let's catch up with the rest of the team and see how they're getting styled up for the rest of the day.
Oh, well, listen, I need your help to be styled up, because you can stand out and make a statement with bold accessories, and that will just instantly elevate your look and also emphasize your unique style. So today, as you can see, I'm wearing today a everyday pair of chinos, and we paired it with this model shirt that I layered with a cardigan because it's still quite chilly outside. However, I do think that I need to elevate this outfit and give it a bit more of a chic look, and we'll do that through some accessories. So first up, let's have a look at the different ones we can choose from. We have this gorgeous lightweight, and this is a printed satin scarf. So that is option one that we can elevate and finish my look off with. So we can go for the scarf. Option two is also a lock detail crossbody bag that's crafted from luxe faux leather. That's this little one over here. I mean, if you're going to be hopping out and stepping out into style, you can simply just take this little bag and you are good to go. I mean, this is really a chic way to finish off your outfit. Or option number three is we can go for this layered faux pearl diamante pendant necklace that really will add a retro chic touch to my look. I mean, just look at this. Very cute to add to this look. So which accessory will it be? The choice is yours. Head on over to Expresso's social media pages. Vote for your favorite accessory from Woolworths, and don't forget to include that hashtag styled by Woolies.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back, because we are focusing on all things pets this morning ahead of the Pet Expo happening next week. Now, pets can offer an array of benefits for kids, such as comfort, love, and compassion, and can even assist with building their self-esteem. Well, we have our pet expert, Karis Nafty, back in studio to explore more on this topic. Karis and Samuel, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, oh, Sam is here. And, this dog is just a personality, become a favorite over here. But, we want to kind of jump into pets and what they can do for your kids, at a young age, bringing a pet into the picture. Now, I know you're an advocate for the responsibility, and a family needs to, you almost need to do family planning around having a pet now, because they're not just some toy you can bring into a home. These are sentient beings that require emotional support, actual physical support as well. But bringing in a pet at a very young age for your kids, I mean, what are some of the benefits and maybe things to consider?
So wonderful for kids to have a dog in the house, as long as it's a good match. So I would say if you have a very, very young child,
yes,
what you want to be cautious of is getting also a very young puppy. So as cute as puppies are, and we love puppies, and it looks very cute on Instagram, however, puppies use their mouths to play, they like to chew on things. So if you have a toddler, for example, you want to be cautious about getting a dog that's too young, because it doesn't always work out as cute as you think it might. So as long as you have a dog that's appropriate in size and age for the child, it's wonderful. The child gets to play with the dog gets to play with the child, and it can really definitely boost their confidence around animals, especially, because you want kids who are not, scared of dogs or think anything's wrong when they approach them. So those are some things to consider. You want the right dog for the right child.
Good consideration.
I love that. Karis, when it comes to health, physical health benefits, are there any when it comes to introducing your children to animals, and specifically dogs?
Absolutely. The most interesting things I've been reading lately is how much dogs help improve kids' immune system, because all the little bugs and bacteria that dogs bring in actually help. It's like living on a farm, even if you're in the city. So it helps boost up a kid's natural immune system. Certainly exercising a dog gives kids health benefits. It helps get them off the couch, we hope. Going for walks and things like that. I think for little kids, it's so cute to watch small kids throw a ball for a dog. It improves their motor skills. So all of those things are fabulous for kids, definitely.
I just want to kind of detour, because, your expertise, you're a pet custody moderator. And now, I know it sounds like a mouthful, but it's a very important thing, because just say if you have a family and a pet's brought in for the kid, parents get divorced. I mean, I'm sure that's where your job begins, doesn't it? So just can you unpack what that's like, especially trying to traverse some of those issues around a kid depending on this dog. Now the kid has to go live with one of the parents. I mean, that's got to be kind of messy at times. This is why we need you.
This is a whole diversion, Carl.
It is. I'm sorry, I had to, because...
Let me whip that out.
Yes.
So that's a very good question. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
People get a pet, they get divorced. So if there's a child in this dynamic that we have to figure out,
yes,
what we have to establish is the dog very bonded with the child?
Yeah.
Or is the dog mostly bonded with one of the adults? Some dogs kind of like the kids, but really they love one of the grown-ups more in particular. And some dogs love the child. So if the dog is very, very closely bonded with the child, then you can have the dog move back and forth between parents with the child.
Okay.
But you've got to make sure that the dog is happy about that. That's the most important part.
Okay. I diverted for good reason, because you have an expertise. I had to tap into it.
You had to tap into it. I'm pretty sure there are quite a few parents watching now, and I know the topic of please can we have a dog is coming up.
Yes.
Karis, what breeds are great for families or people with young children?
So the dogs that are... So let me talk about Sam for a moment. Sam is not great for a family with children, okay? Don't get this dog. As lovely as this dog is, now I'm making a joke, but the reason why, dogs that are not good for families are dogs that have a lot of energy, dogs that need a lot to do, dogs that you have to exercise a lot. So a dog like Sam who's bred to herd cattle, if you put him in a house with several children, is likely to treat the children like cattle and try to move them around the house. Because his instinct is so strong, it kind of goes somewhere. So what you want, if you're going to go for a dog that's a purebred, you want a mellow breed. So a dog that's maybe bred to be a retriever or like a family sort of pet. Crossbreed dogs are wonderful, but the main thing you want with children is a mellow dog, because if the dog has too much energy, it's hard to actually exercise them without turning the children into toys, if that makes sense. Mellow dogs are good.
Don't want that.
Although I did hear a few parents saying, does that dog herd kids?
Yes.
We want one. I know, it's like that, but there are so many different things. There are misconceptions we have to get into, and Karis is not going to go anywhere. We have to look after that in the next couple of minutes. But if you are looking for an opportunity for a dog, if you want to bring a dog in, remember there are some considerations, so take that on board. Any questions, throw them our way as well. 063-408-8863. We'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, happy to answer all those questions. And I'm just so excited because the theme is obviously dogs. But before we get into that, there's another theme that I also love speaking about, and that's the bond between mother and son and making people winners. Oh, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Introducing new Panado Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere.
Oh, yes, you heard correctly. Now, as the saying goes, a mother and son share a special connection that words cannot fully describe. So you had the chance to nominate your amazing son for a special dose of care, and you could win, stand the chance of winning 2,000 Rand in cash. And the time has come to announce our lucky winner. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for... Denzel McLeod! Yes! Hey. Now, Denzel was nominated by his mom, Stacy, and it goes like this with a beautiful comment saying, "My son is the best because he brings nothing but joy into the house. He's a very active child who loves helping around the house and acts like the parent in the house. He's just everything a parent can ask for." And of course, using the hashtag #PanatoSA, a dose of care, and on the Expresso show. And we have them both on the line, mother and son. Let's say good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
We're great.
Yes, congratulations, because your day's even gotten better. You're officially a winner. I want to know from you, Stacey. I love this nomination. Thank you for writing such a beautiful sentiment and message. What do you enjoy most about being a mother?
Oh, I enjoy everything. Like the choice of being a mother is just everything, because now I've got a doctor myself at home.
I love it. Denzel, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, man, listen, you are such an incredible gift to your mom. Thank you for being who you are. What do you enjoy most? What do you enjoy doing most with your mom?
I like going out to get ice cream on Fridays.
Oh, nice. So one more day and then it's ice cream day, almost there. Stacey, I gotta ask you, do you have any, I'm sure there are so many though, but do you have one that particularly stands out? And I'm talking about a moment where your son made you really happy or proud. Do you have one that stands out that you can share with us?
When he usually washes the dishes for me.
I love that. All right, Denzel, I hope you were listening. Keep doing the dishes. You make your moms happy and proud, okay? Are you still there?
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, I just want to say again, congratulations. Thank you for the message and have an absolutely beautiful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can just hear the two of them. It's so cute. And this is what it's about, celebrating love and the love that you have for your son by nominating him for a well-deserved dose of care. And you saw how easy that was. So what are you waiting for? Get involved.
Do you have the best son in the world? If he held your heart from the day he called you mum or dad, then now is your chance to show how much he means to you. Nominate him to stand a chance to win a daily cash prize of 2,000 Rand, which Panado SA is giving away weekdays from the 26th of June to the 7th of July. And all you have to do is enter by replying to the competition post that is posted on the Expresso Facebook page, Expresso Instagram page, or the Expresso Twitter page during the competition period. Remember to use hashtag #PanadoSA and hashtag a dose of care in your answer. T's and C's apply.
Now you can generously give a voice to Storytime. Visit our library of homegrown audio stories at cadbury.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here in S3, and there's no denying that pets can make a great addition to our families. Both pets and owners have mutually beneficial relationships, from high-energy play to a lekker nap and a cuddle afterwards. Unfortunately, there are some misconceptions that may keep some people from experiencing the real joy of having a pet, and that's why we have the experts in studio. In fact, we have one expert. Karis Nafty is here to give us all the details and to myth bust with us about pets, and this includes dogs, reptiles, and of course, I have a cat lady here. We're not forgetting cats here today, but let's go for it.
Well, we are busting myths, but as an animal behaviorist consultant, I want to ask you, firstly, this is a two-part question. Why do we talk, hello? Why do our voices go higher when we interact with our cats and dogs? Hello, Sam.
So Sam's telling you exactly. Oh no, he's got a fright. Okay.
Oh.
So Sam's telling the reason why I think we go high with dogs is because of the reaction we get from them. So when there's a funny sound dogs are hearing, they turn their head. You know, it's like, oh, it's so cute, and that almost reinforces us in talking baby talk to a dog.
Oh.
They can hear high-pitched noises.
Yeah, I know. Yes, because you heard the voice. Yes, I'm so sorry. I know. And that's what I said to them earlier when I spoke to you. Okay.
Okay, I'll just let Sam do that. So I think that the high-pitched voice works because when we speak it, the dogs kind of know we're trying to engage with them, as Sam just told you. So
Yeah.
I think that it just becomes a habit for people, honestly. I don't think there's a deeper reason beyond that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, my actual question, actually, to do with your job is, what was the thing that surprised you the most about your job in terms of what you've learned with, especially people interacting with animals or vice versa?
When I first started, the most interesting thing that struck me in the work that I do is how different dogs are. So people tend to think that a dog is just a dog, but the jobs that dogs were bred to do make them so different. It's hard to actually imagine that they're the same species. So that was the first thing, just interacting with hundreds of different dogs and all these sorts of different breeds. But the most interesting thing, and I think the most fantastic thing about the work I do, was learning how much you can fix a dog who is having behavior problems. So there's no such thing as a bad dog. It's more helpful to think that my dog is in some bad habits.
Yes.
We have to change the habits maybe, or I have to change my habits as the dog's owner. But almost every situation you can improve because you can really work with the habits that a dog has as long as you have the right information and a patient owner and you're willing to work with it.
I'm glad you said that, because that's a misconception right there and then. Bad dogs, bad cats, bad this, bad that. But there are circumstances and a context you have to create for these animals that are so important. So let's look at the misconceptions. I mean, there are a couple of things, like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Curiosity killed the... Okay, I can't say that one.
don't
So
say
sorry, I won't
that.
say that one. No, not that one, not that one. I'm not going to say that one. But there are some of these misconceptions about animals. And let's start off with old dog, new tricks. True?
Yeah, wrong. No, not true. Can totally teach an old dog new tricks. Old dogs love learning new tricks. It keeps them young. It helps them learn all kinds of things. What's hard for older dogs to learn is good social skills. So there is some truth to that. So if you have a dog who, let's say, never got to play with dogs when it was younger,
Yes.
it didn't learn how to play, that is harder to teach to adults. But actual behaviors, no, you can teach old dogs new behaviors. They love it. It's some of the coolest dogs only started training when they were older. I've had people bring 10-year-old dogs to training class for their first
lovely.
class, and the dogs just come alive and they love it. Old dogs can definitely learn new tricks, yes.
Well, we are tackling misconceptions, and I think one, especially in the media, is around the pit bull breed, that they are dangerous and vicious dogs. Karis, what is your opinion on pit bulls?
So pit bulls are dogs that have to be looked at or have to be owned by people who have experience with the breed. Pit bulls are wonderful dogs. However, pit bulls are very strong dogs, and they have the capacity to become very dangerous. This is not a judgment call on the character of pit bulls. They're not automatically good or automatically bad. But so you don't need to be scared of a dog just because it is a pit bull. However, you don't want to be naive about getting a pit bull either. So it's a dog that needs to be understood but not judged.
And that's the understanding is very, very important as well. You need to know the breeds of these dogs. But, you know, you've given us some really great pearls of wisdom for our pets. And we've kind of jumped into the fact that if you are planning to have a dog in the house or any sort of pet, it's always good to plan, breed, type,
do your
capacity.
research, do your research, know what you're in for, know how much exercise the dog needs, and don't be swayed by the way a dog looks. Be more focused on the character of the breed to know,
Yes.
They're lovable.
Indeed. And I think it's safe to say also just avoid the whole, here's a puppy as a gift, you know? Like, you have to make sure that the family is prepared for this beautiful animal.
You would never give someone an adopted child as a gift. Do not give someone a puppy as a gift. Okay?
I'm so glad we said that. That's
yes,
it.
Seriously, it's a huge. You cannot give that sort of commitment to somebody. Have the conversation about them. Buy them a dog collar as a gift, but not a pretend.
Don't buy them the
I
animal.
love that analogy. That's great.
Oh, Karis, thank you for joining us and busting some myths with us. I love this, but I feel like now the ultimate challenge is we have to now hand over to Raul, but in our pet voices.
Yes, we have to. Raul, you're such a good boy. Good birthday boy. Oh, you good birthday boy.
I don't know. Should I just do the Well, listen, before we get into more of the pet magic, we've got something special for you on the technical side. We've got a list of some of the most epic things that we put together, and the man himself is here to show it to us. You ready? Let's go. Oh, yes, he's here, the man himself. Grant Hines in the building. Yes!
Hey, it's your birthday!
Hey!
You know what? I came specifically for Raul's birthday.
Oh, thank you, man.
That's right. It's not because it's a Thursday. It's because it's Raul's birthday.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Well, while you're here, can I ask you to help me with something, right?
Yes.
So I've got a pet, 2 of them actually.
Yes.
And
I see them all over Instagram.
Yeah, I absolutely love them. And I'm looking for ways to maybe incorporate tech to help me look after my pets. You got something for me?
Oh, I've got a ton of things for you.
Let's
And
bring it
especially for
on.
dogs.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff for dogs. So most of the apps that we're talking about are for dogs, but they can actually be used. Some of them can be used for cats. The first app is something called Dog Monitor. It's a puppy cam app. If you've got a second device at home, maybe you've got your tablet and you don't necessarily take your tablet out all the time, you can prop it up on a stand and then watch your dogs or cats at home, this is where it comes in, and monitor them just to see where they're at.
Using that device?
Using that device. So you don't need to buy anything extra other than if you've got a second-hand phone or a spare phone or a tablet to monitor them, which is very cool. You can even like talk to them with it and everything.
No way.
And you get like, it's very cool. Get little notifications on your phone.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which
So
is
if you're maybe like away at work all day and you think your puppy or your cat's missing you, you can just be like, hey, I'm here. How you doing? You can check in. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I saw you put a nice list together here, so let's go straight through this one. We've got Dog Monitor, Puppy Cam app. What's next is Dog Log. What is that?
Yes, so Dog Log is great. You've just seen it on screen right now.
Okay.
If you've got a lot of people looking after your pet, and I know for myself, a lot of this executive function, looking like it's really hard to look after a pet.
Yes.
And also, never take looking after a pet lightly. They take a lot of work and effort, and you've got to...
It's like a little human, man.
It is like a little human. They become a part of the family.
Yeah.
So you've got to take them for walks, you've got to feed them, you've got to take them for poops, you've got to make sure that they've got their treats, who's getting groomed. And if you've got like a bunch of people in the house that have the shared responsibility of that pet, it's often quite hard. I remember when we got pets, like dogs as a kid, my mom just eventually did it. And she was upset because it's like, we got these dogs for you guys and you're not fulfilling your chores or whatever. So what you can do, especially if you've got kids, is you start like what they call like a pack of people, and then you'll get notifications when different chores are done. So if you're at work and your kids come home from school and it's their job to go take the dog for a walk, they will log it inside Dog Log. And then everybody in the family will have an idea of what to do with it.
That
which
is
really
so
cool.
smart. I'm currently giving my dog medication for something in his ear.
Exactly.
So that means whoever got there first gives the medication. Hey, have you done it or not?
Yes.
I can't check in with you because you're in a meeting at work.
Or for instance, your partner won't be able to get hold of you because you're on the show, right?
Yeah.
And now it's time. And she can't text you and ask, So you can, oh, okay, sweet. Like now I can see on dog log, like, you know.
I got you.
Right.
Downloading this one for sure. Thank you very much. I like that. Okay, next one on the list. I see you've got Handeo puppy training.
So I've actually got it on the screen right now. I've set it up. It's such a great app because puppy training is really hard. You should be looking after your dogs by training them. And this is an app that helps like gamify it a bit, but also give you a ton of ideas. Like I wouldn't know where to start with training a
People
dog.
don't generally have an idea of how to actually raise a puppy.
So here's like some tips of the day. There's a whole bunch of free ones, but I think it's just over 600 Rand for the whole year, which is a little bit, it's a lot cheaper than going to puppy training.
A lot cheaper than going to puppy school, yeah.
But you can do like, here's some ideas on a rainy day. Why don't you play treasure hunt with your dog? And they'll be like, oh, that's a great idea to keep your dog occupied. Here's another one, like trick of the day to help train your dog not to bark. For instance, because I know a lot of dogs are
barking. So recipe of the day on top
there. So there's snacks for your dog.
So
this is such a great holistic app that helps you look after your dog like in ways that you never thought. Yeah. You go like, oh, if you love your dog and you want to find out really creative ways to cook for them, to set reminders to keep them active, to learn some tricks, to learn some games, to do some courses.
Their lifestyle as well. This is amazing.
And it'll bring you and your puppy closer, but also make sure that your puppy is living like their best life.
Love it. Okay, last one on the list I see you got here called the Whistle app. What does this mean exactly? Is it for people who can't whistle?
No.
It's like, hey, come here, play the whistle.
So this one's a little bit more advanced.
Okay.
The difference with Whistle app and all these is that it actually comes, you buy like a third-party like collar clip.
Okay.
That attaches to your dog. So it's a tracking device. So that's where the whistling comes in. It's a tracking device for your dog. And then you'll be able to see where they are, where they've gone. But also, it also has other tracking things, so like health tracking stuff. So you can check blood sugar levels and all that kind of stuff. Similar to how you have like a watch for yourself, like a fitness watch. Now you've got one for your dog, which is very cool. So they're getting to that level. A lot of people remember that comes with a big purchase and it comes with like a thing. So a lot of people won't do that necessarily, and there are lots of different options of devices like that.
I'm just thinking for cats though, because cats just go all over the show. People are always worried about their cats.
If you go to TikTok and you can find videos on like people who put GoPros on their cats just to see what they've done for the day. Wow, it's so interesting. At night, cats just have a whole life. You see, they just like hang out on your couch, but then at night,
they come
like
alive,
friends.
go popping at the club, chill with their mates.
It's like raising a teenager. Like, where have you been?
Grant, lads, thank you so much for coming through. I think these are definitely going to assist us and you, Mzansi. I hope you found some value in this, and maybe there's an app that can assist you in bringing your dog's life that much into the realms of happiness and joy. We're absolutely here for this. We're going to keep serving you for all things pets this morning and hoping that you come through and give us some tips on what's the craziest thing your pet's done and how human they can be. Let us know. Thanks so much, Grant. That was lovely.
Watch South Africa versus Scotland live in France in a once-in-a-lifetime rugby experience brought to you by Clover. Catch the Box in rugby's ultimate showpiece, hosted by Springbok legend Skulk Burger. 5 lucky winners and their partners will be winging their way to France. Plus, take a cruise to the Mediterranean island paradise of Ibiza. Buy any Clover product to enter. Watch Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more information on how you can win.
Made with love by Clover. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. In fact, welcome back to Ryle's birthday. It's his birthday today, don't forget. But I just wanted to share this with you. Nothing beats the confidence of a well-groomed beard. But we understand that maintaining it at home can be quite a challenge. That's why we've paid a visit to Boys to Men's Barber, where the experts shared their top tips and tricks to help you master beard grooming in the comfort of your own home and get ready to level up your beard game.
In a world where style reigns supreme, there exists a mark of masculinity that commands attention and exudes confidence: the beard. From the meticulous shaping of its contours to the artful trimming of its strands, beard maintenance is a sacred ritual, a harmonious blend of technique and dedication.
Here's a few tips to maintaining your beard. Regular trimming is important so that you can keep your beard looking nice and also to avoid split ends. Master the art of beard shaping. Use high quality tools like scissors, trimmers and high quality razors like the Big Flex 5 Hybrid.
The Big Flex 5 Hybrid razor is the ultimate tool for beard maintenance. With its innovative flex, movable blades technology, this razor effortlessly distributes and absorbs pressure on the skin, providing a faster and smoother shave.
It's also important to be patient while shaving, so that you don't cut yourself and that you can get your lines neat and straight. Very important, don't forget your neckline to give your beard the perfect shape.
With the Flex 5 Hybrid razor, enjoy a refreshing and well-groomed experience, leaving your skin perfectly smooth every time.
It's important to get your beard clean so that you don't get dryness under your beard and also to avoid pimples.
With their cutting-edge razors and unwavering commitment to quality, Bic empowers individuals to sculpt and maintain their beards with confidence. So embrace the art of grooming. Unleash the potential of your beard on this journey of self-expression and impeccable style.
World-class stuff over there. Now you too can master your game. Win one of 10 masterclass subscriptions valued at 3,000 Rand each to help up your skill with regard to your beard game. To enter, simply head on over to masteryourlook.co.za, find the competition post and answer the following question. If you could master any skill, what would it be? Don't forget to include hashtag BigFlex and hashtag masteryourlook. T's and C's do apply and can be found on their website. Good luck.
Good luck indeed. And speaking of mastering looks and getting everybody geared up, we asked you, Mzansi, to assist us with getting Zoe geared up, and she had some options when it came to incredible accessories. Now, let's remind you what we had. We had number one, it was a lightweight printed satin scarf. We had number two being a lock detail crossbody bag crafted from a luxe faux leather. And number three was a layered faux pearl diamante pendant necklace. Whoa, the options were so good. So let's take a look at some of the votes. And again, thank you for coming through with these votes, Mzansi, because we couldn't decide and we had to help Zoe out, obviously. So let's see what y'all had to say this morning. First up, we have, where are the comments? See, Patricia Jacobs comes through first up saying option one, definitely. Thank you very much for that. We got Tomsi also saying, morning Expresso family, option one for Zoe. We've got a few more coming through saying Shireen Abrahams, good morning Zoe and the team, happy Thursday. I choose option one, the satin scarf to complete her look. She is looking stunning. Have a great day, team. Lots of love. Patricia Jacobs also says option one, definitely. Ooh, the scarf is definitely taking over. Liantha Reddy, thank you for this vote, Liantha, saying number one with a big heart. And Schlenkiwe Hadebe, a lightweight printed satin scarf. We've got one more comment or two more coming through. Jeremy Connemeyer adding to the votes for number one. And Wendy Meek saying definitely the scarf. So I don't know about you, Mzansi, but it seems like we've got a clear winner. The scarf is the one. Let's bring our beautiful Majal in here.
Thank you. You know me so well. Thank you for voting for the scarf. I think it's a great way to finish off my look.
Yeah, are you happy? Do you like it?
Very happy. I mean, it would have been interesting to present with a bag.
That's a fair point.
Hi, guys.
I would have actually liked to have seen that. Mzansi, come on.
You're so practical. I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
But I do like this. It has elevated your look. I love the pop of color to it. Actually works. I wasn't sure if it was going to, but yeah, well played, Mzansi. Clearly you got the eye for it, and clearly Zoe is happy too. So thank you, and reminding you all that you can add your own personal touch to your look with a wide variety of accessories available at Woolworths. You can shop this look and more in store, online, and of course on the Woolies app. Thank you, Mzansi. Well played. Looks good.
Are you the face? We're looking for 3 fabulous women to be the face of Gynagard. Win a Fiat 500, 50,000 Rand cash, CoverGirl status, and so much more. To enter, buy and try any Gynagard product and tell us about it at faceofgynagard.co.za. You could be the one.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back. And yes, on the Expresso stage, we are now welcoming South African singer Ruan de Toey, having released his first solo album in 1994. At only the age of 11, he is undeniably a well-known name in the Afrikaans community and a talented performer at that. Some might remember him as a member of the band Touch of Glass for 7 years until he embarked on a solo career in 2019. Well, we are super excited to have Ruan here to talk about his new EP releasing later this month. Ruan, it's great to have you here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Can you believe it's been 30 plus years of you being in the music industry?
I hope it doesn't look that way, but it feels that way.
Does it feel that way? Oh.
No, I can't believe. No, it's been such an honor to be part of the South African music industry for so long. And obviously, I started off as a small little blonde-haired boy. And the professional side of it, I would say probably for the last almost 20 years, I think.
And that's incredible. Yeah. Do you find that there's been a big growth in your music as you've aged and grown in the industry?
Most definitely. I think every time you get on stage, you learn more about yourself and the people listening. So, and you must be open for that. And I think that's something that you must embrace. You must be able to learn from the listener and try and evolve yourself in that way to move with times, because everything changes. I mean, when I started, I didn't sing Afrikaans. I mean, I come from PE. I mean, back in the 90s, Afrikaans wasn't known in PE. So we didn't sing Afrikaans in the first place. So when we moved to Pretoria, we had to adapt quickly and say, oh, we need to sing Afrikaans songs. And then as it goes along, it's party songs, and then it gets to contemporary, and then now it's back into a bit of a party flavor again. So yeah, you have to adapt with the times.
And it's wonderful to hear you adapt and also to have you here. Now, before you get into the Sound of Silence, of course, that awesome cover from Simon Garfunkel, I believe you have a little surprise for the man Ryle.
Yeah, I think it'll only be appropriate as it is his birthday today. So if you guys would allow me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear nature boy. Happy birthday to you.
I mean, you're going to make me drop this bag, but listen, mic drop, bag drop, we're not dropping anything here. Ruan de Tooy, it's so great to have you on the show today, but here he is for his official performance, his version of The Sound of Silence. Take it away.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains. Within the sound of silence, in restless dreams I walked along narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the golden town, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. of silence.
Wow. Wow, wow, that was absolutely incredible. I am absolutely speechless, but Ruan will be performing in just a bit. For now, though, it's time to head to official duties, gather ourselves, and dive into the headlines right now. And starting with national news headlines, cholera-related illnesses have now claimed 47 lives, 35 in Gauteng, 6 in the Free State, 2 in Mpumalanga, and 4 in Limpopo. Now, since January, cholera outbreaks have been reported in Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, Tshwane, Vredefort, and Parys. Now, in Hammanskraal, north of Pretoria, the epicenter of the current cholera outbreak, there have been at least 99 confirmed cases and 23 deaths. Meanwhile, civil rights organizations' continued water tests in the Vaal River have yielded positive tests for cholera in 6 places, those being the Barrage Bridge, Parys, Valcom, Warrenton, Berkeley West, and Douglas. Well, sticking to national news headlines, the 4 police officers who are part of the deputy president of Paul Mashatile's VIP security detail have been suspended. Now, this after assault cases were opened against them by 3 Defence Force trainees who were brutally assaulted by the VIP Protection Unit officers on the N1 freeway near Sandton, Johannesburg. Now, one of the victims was allegedly struck with an assault rifle on the jaw and is still receiving medical attention. Now, the men who were assaulted were all trainees with the SA Defence Force. Well, from our national news headlines, it's time to head over to international news. Now, devices, including mobile phones, are set to be banned from classrooms to stop them from disrupting learning. And the Dutch government has announced this. Now, the initiative is being introduced in collaboration with schools and is to take effect at the start of next year. Now, there will be exceptions, including for students with medical needs or a disability and for classes focused on digital skills. Now, the ban is not legally enforceable, but may become so in the future. Now, England and France have also proposed banning mobile phones to improve learning. Well, sticking in international news headlines, Senegal's President Macky Sall appears to have saved his country from plunging into a deeper crisis by declaring that he will step down at the end of his 2 terms. Now, political analysts compared his decision to deactivating a bomb, pointing out that popular opposition politician Ousmane Sonko had threatened a new wave of mass protests if Sall decided to run for a controversial 3rd term. Now, the 61-year-old president's announcement in a much-awaited TV address on Monday night caught many people by surprise. Well, lastly, in our headlines, after spending 11 months recuperating from a shark attack, a loggerhead sea turtle traveled from Cape Vidal on the KZN North Coast, where she was released after recovery, back to where she was saved. Now, Gina spent months at Ushaka Marine World Sea Turtle Hospital in Durban, having a partial amputation of both her front flippers after narrowly escaping becoming a tiger shark's lunch. However, Gina had become attached to Durban and swam back. Now, those who helped Gina said she reminds everyone to have hope, to not give up, and to enjoy life in the not-too-fast lane. She's such a champ. Well, speaking of champs, hopefully we can find some more champs in the rest of the headlines when you dive into sport, and Carlitos has it all.
Thank you, birthday boy. Let's take a look at the sporting action. Starting with rugby now, Springbok prop Oxen Chair will miss this year's Rugby Championship with a pectoral muscle issue. Unfortunately, the 27-year-old sustained the injury on Tuesday and will be sidelined for Saturday's campaign opening test with Australia, next weekend's trip to New Zealand, and the 29 July game against Argentina. The Sharks, Lou said, had been named to start this weekend's game against the Wallabies. He has been replaced, though, by Stephen Kitsoff, who had been due to fly with an early travel party to New Zealand this week before the All Blacks game. On to football, South Africa's 2023 Women's World Cup squad travelled to New Zealand after a dispute with the National Association highlighting gender pay gaps in the country was resolved. Now, the Motsepe Foundation, founded by CAF president and billionaire Patrice Motsepe, and his wife Precious Motsepe, pledged funds to resolve the dispute. Squad members had said their contracts did not include the 560,000 Rand appearance fee promised by FIFA to each of the 23 players. The spat caused a renewed conversation around gender pay gaps in sports in the country. On to tennis action. Novak Djokovic was pushed hard but secured his 350th Grand Slam victory by beating Australia's Jordan Thompson 6-3, 7-6 and 7-5 to storm into the Wimbledon third round. Women's top seed Iga Swiatek outclassed Spain's Sara Sorribes Tormo 6-2 and 6-love, and Daria Kasatkina thumped Jodie Burrage, that's 6-love and 6-2 to also reach round 3. Daniel Medvedev overcame wildcard Arthur Ferry, and Marta Kostyuk battled back to knock out Maria Sakkari before Stefanos Tsitsipas won a marathon clash with Dominic Thiem 3-6, 7-6, 6-2, 6-7 and 7-6. And just to wrap things up, Formula One have announced a 24-race schedule for the 2024 season, opening with 2 that will be raced on Saturdays. The Bahrain and Saudi Arabia races will be held on Saturdays to accommodate Ramadan. Formula One will hopefully, will hope for better luck next year, as they had scheduled a record 24 races this season, but China and Emilia-Romagna were cancelled. Both are on the calendar for next year. And that's it for the sport for now. Another update in 1 hour. But if you are heading to work, there are some details you need to know, and Zoe has those.
Thank you, Wasty. Let's start off with traffic in Cape Town. There are road closures due to protest action on the N2. That's between the R300 and Spine Road. Both directions are affected. The ramp closed R300 north and southbound to the N2 outbound. So please make use of an alternative route this morning, and please stay safe on the roads. Then in Germiston, Johannesburg, there's a vehicle broken down on the N12 westbound. It's after Edenvale Road. The left lane is closed. Please approach with caution and make use of your headlights and maintain a safe following distance. That's your traffic. Let's take another look at your weather. And we start off with some news. The Northern Cape Provincial Government says humanitarian aid should reach all flood-affected communities in Namakwaland by tomorrow. Some 10,000 people in 5 towns have been affected by floods that swept through the area last week. The bodies of 4 people who landed in the raging waters were found on Sunday, but another is still missing. Northern Cape Cooperative Governance, Human Settlements and Traditional Affairs MEC, Bentley Vass says humanitarian organizations, Gift of the Givers, the Red Cross and the Department of Social Development are distributing food parcels to the affected communities. Vass says the provincial government is still counting the costs of the disaster. Several roads, bridges and houses sustained damage as the floods water ravaged the area. It was declared a disaster area by the Namakwa District Municipality on Monday. Let's take a look at your temperatures for your Thursday, starting off in Polokwane. A low of 4 and a high of 19 can be expected. Mbombela 19-22, Pretoria 6 with a high of 19. A sunny day for Johannesburg, 6 is your low, 18 your high. Mahikeng 5-22, Klerksdorp 4-22, Kimberley 3 with a high of 22. Bloemfontein, brace yourself, a cool start of -4 with a high of 21. Richards Bay, 13-22. Pietermaritzburg, 7-21. If you're in Durban, a sunny day with a low of 14 and a high of 20 can be expected. Mthatha, 2-22. East London, 15 with a high of 20. Cradock 6-21, Gqeberha 12-19. In the Western Cape, George, your low is 14, your high 22. Cape Town 12-23, Worcester 12 with a high of 27. Sutherland 7 with a high of 17, and Uppington, your low for today is 11, your high 27 degrees Celsius. Well, those are your temperatures for today. Let's look at your sunrise views. Debbie in Marina Beach is always sharing perfect views of palm trees, and we love that. Thank you, Debbie. Then Menina in Durbs watching the waves rolling up and shared this photo with us. Then if you are in George, Marlin shared this view of the sea, watching the sun rise up, and Nina captured the beautiful clouds and the sun peeking through from Gordons Bay. Thank you for that. Well, if you have a good morning photo to share with us, we love seeing it. Our number to share those images with is 063-408-8863.
Zanzi, thank you so much. I love these, and we'll do it all again in an hour. But for now, though, let me hype you up for what's just about to happen. Oh, we're going to be talking about some of the cutest pets online, and then diving into the kitchen. We've got Cocoa Pops, Fruit Loops, cake, popsicles. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for it, and you better be too. It's going to be delicious. We'll see you there. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing new Jacob's Origins. For those who recognize the authentic taste and aroma from Latin America and Southeast Asia. Magical Jacob's Aroma.
Stand your best chance of beating colds and flu this winter and being one of 2 winners of 5,000 Rand each with Carenza Para-C. To find out how the triple effect of Carenza Para-C makes it an essential on your shopping list this winter and how you can win 5,000 Rand in cash, catch Expresso from the 3rd to the 12th of July and manage cold and flu symptoms this season. Simply reply to the competition posts on the Expresso social media pages using hashtag Carenza Para-C and hashtag BeatWinterFlu. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, and today on S3, it's all about the pets. We've got the Pet Expo coming up. We'll be chatting about that later, but I figured let's jump into social media. Hey, and just find out if there are any cute pets over there. I think it's so important.
Oh,
so we all know that there's a rabbit hole we go into when we find countless cute, funny videos. This is why we scroll all the time, and we all need a little boost of happy every now and then. So, Zoe, please do the honors. Let's go.
Okay, well, let's kick it off with our first video. I mean, we all love a good nap, especially myself, but probably not as much as this guy. Let's check it out. No. Even the sounds.
Sure. I mean, that's my Boston Terriers make a very similar sound when they go sleep. And
I don't know if I could get a pet that snores.
And so it's proper loud. Now, when you're going through your toughest days, your little pup is always there to cheer you up. Now, check this one out. It is the epitome of a cheering up pup.
Oh, shame. He's mimicking a mama. Oh.
Cute, man.
You know, the next video we're about to show is probably the truest. I think when it comes to the family dynamics, it's usually dad that needs the most convincing, like, please, can we have another dog or a cat?
Yeah.
And then, you know who ends up loving the animal the most?
Daddy.
Dad. Let's check it out. Oh, mama. That's even the matching outfit.
Oh, mama.
It's the matching
You see my dog voice is coming out. I have to control myself. Back to normal, sorry. Now, when it comes to training, it doesn't need to be boring, especially when you have the cutest training buddies ever, like this next guy.
No!
No!
No! I can just imagine your CrossFit be like, imagine doing a double under.
With a couple of Australians, I can only do a double under as it is. Sure, that was so cute.
Okay, we've spoken a lot about dogs. Can we look at some cat videos?
Yeah, we need cat videos.
Let's look at this cat video.
No matter what I do, all I think about is you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you.
Can I tell you, my cat Navy has this habit of meowing but like moaning. And then the one day we asked her, "Are you okay, Navy?" And she goes, "No."
This is why I love pet videos. Okay, well, let's do another one. Okay, just one more. Last one on our list. The day is a man, and a dog. Okay, now over 5 million followers on TikTok, all right? So Chris and Nala spend their days on adventures and stomping around, and I just want you to take a look at this. This is why they got so many followers.
Hey.
And the dog voice, eh?
Oh, the doggo loves it.
Yeah, that's it. That's why we love our dogs and our cats, and we have voices for them, but so many cute videos. And thank you so much for sharing in the joy with us. We wanted to add a bit more. You know what else is joyful? Is breakfast. All right.
Yes.
You know, but like the type of breakfast that is more exciting. And I think that's why we need to go to a lovely journey into the exciting world of breakfast with Ryle.
Yes, it is time, of course. And with all this excitement going down right now with pets, we mustn't forget that it is still school holidays, right? So we got something for the kids and maybe some of the big adults too. And this is very fitting for a birthday, so I think let's get straight into it. This is a journey that you're going to absolutely love. It's going to awaken the taste buds. Let's enter the world of Fruit Loops and Cocoa Pops magic. Now, this is where breakfast cereal transforms into bite-sized wonders of delight. Now, these colorful treats sprinkled with childhood memories and a dash of sweetness will transport you to a whimsical dessert paradise. So I'm going to bring in Zoe here to help me with this one because we got some work to do, lady. You ready for this?
We do, and I'm so excited because, I mean, look, cake pops are delicious.
Yeah.
But they're quite tricky to make at times.
They are, because I think there's like so many steps involved in it. I remember like being a kid trying something slightly similar to this, probably not as bougie, but wow, it was fun. There was color. There were lots of ingredients. So let's dive straight into this. And Mzansi, you definitely want to pay attention to this because we've got a few steps going through. And we're essentially making 2 cakes out of this, right?
We are going to make 2 cakes. So I've got a little bit of butter here. Obviously, it's best to cream it a little bit. So I'm just going to soften it up with this. But we want to mix our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients separately. So I've got some flour. We've got some crushed Fruit Loops. I mean, we're adding that for a pop of color and some crunch to our recipe. I've got a bit of baking powder as well as some bicarb. And those are my dry ingredients that I'm just going to give it a good...
So you'll mix that up. And let me talk about the Fruit Loops while we're at it because this is like a family favorite. I don't know, a lot of us remember this one as a kid. Fruit Loops are multigrain. They're fruit-flavored cereal. They're loops of corn, wheat, and oats with no artificial colorants or flavors. And it's a source of 8 vitamins and iron. Yeah, so it's not just this beautiful, colorful thing you look at. It also has some nutritional value too. Zoe, you still busy with your side over there? You've done the dry, you're onto the wet now, right?
So I'm going to move over to the wet. I'm just trying to soften up the butter a little bit, and then we're just going to get mixing. So I'm adding a bit of milk, some vanilla essence, as well as my egg, and then we'll also cream our sugar into the butter.
Okay, nice stuff. So let's, for the sake of making sure that everyone's on the same page, let's go over to my step 1 as well. You've mixed your dry and wet ingredients together. I'm going to do the same on my side now and show you how simple that is with my variety of the sort of chocolate cakey type of a thing. We're using the Cocoa Pops here. Let me talk to you about Cocoa Pops because is also a multigrain cereal. It's a source of 9 essential vitamins, iron, and multi-grains of rice, corn, and wheat. Now, this all helps support your child's growth and development. And again, it doesn't have any artificial colorants or flavoring. So straight into it, we've got some flour. We're adding sugar to this one, dry ingredients going in. We've got some cocoa powder. Obviously, I've crushed up some of these delicious Cocoa Pops. And then just a little bit of bicarb going in there too. Mix all my dry ingredients up. Ooh, let me get a little bit more of that in there. Yep, mix the dry ingredients up, and then I move over to my wet, which is actually a little bit easier than yours. I see you had butter and milk in yours.
I had some butter.
Mine doesn't. Mine actually just has an egg. I've got some oil going in there. Probably have a little bit of chocolate, but for now, some vanilla essence. And then mix up my dry and my wet all together, and then we'll have our mixture there. So you busy on your side. Let me get to mine as well.
I'm going to add my little well and then just mix it all together.
Nice. Oh, this is literally reminding me of being a kid at like one of those, you know, we had these like entrepreneur days where you used to like solve things to try and teach you how to create a business. And we would always have these people making cakes, and like it would always sell out. You'd have a big tray of like Kellogg's would have these incredible sort of infusions of these delicate like recipes that they put together, and I was just absolutely here for it, and this is reminding me of that so much right now. How are you doing on your side?
I've got my batter ready. We've got our tin. It's been greased, so we're going to add our batter to that.
Nice.
And then I'm trying to throw it in nicely, and then we will pop that into the oven to give it a good little bake.
Beautiful stuff. Okay, the one thing that I'm missing on my side, I think, is just some boiling water for anybody that was paying attention. But don't worry, you can just add that in as you see fit, especially if it is getting a bit too dry. But for now, though, let's just see how this mix comes together on my side. But yours is looking good.
Mine's looking good. Of
Very
course,
nice.
you don't want to waste any batter. I mean,
Yeah.
as a child, I always wished my mom did, but we want to get as much of that batter into our baking.
I feel you. I feel you. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water to mine because I haven't got my boiling water here, just to get this recipe to mix up a little bit better. And then, as you can see, Zoe and I are going to pop this into our baking dishes or trays. Essentially, I would recommend about 15, 20 minutes at about 180 degrees. Fast forward into the future, and essentially it's going to turn out into a beautiful cake, which is kind of like our first step almost done, yeah?
Yes, and then what we're going to do is we have got our cake that's ready made. It came out of the oven. So what we're going to do is we're going to crumb our cake into the icing sugar.
All right.
I'm going to pop gloves on because this will go everywhere. And this is where you can really have a lot of fun getting the kids involved.
Oh, yes, especially if there's gloves and you know something's about to go down. So getting involved in that. I love the fact that before I knew that gloves even existed, I would just get my hands super dirty, and then it would force me to have to lick them clean all the time. It was fine, though, because we were family, so it didn't really matter. But if you have guests, maybe that's not the most savory thing to do.
Beautiful cake, and I have to break it.
I know. This is the fun part. I've never done this before. You ready?
Yes, so you just crumb your cake in here, and then of course we have got some hot melted chocolate on standby that we're going to quickly bring in. So Lucian, if you don't mind bringing our beautiful chocolate so that we can...
Oh, why, thank you, kind sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we can coat our cake pops.
Chocolate's my side, yes?
Yeah, I want to go for white. White chocolate.
Nice, all right. I'm going to break mine up as well. So that's how you do it, eh?
You just break it up and then obviously mix it in with the icing sugar, get that ratio ready. Obviously, you want it to actually still taste like cake and not too much icing sugar, although I would choose the reverse. You just take your ball, and now we need to
okay, I see it's coming
press
together.
it into
Nice.
a circle.
Nice.
I say a circle, a ball.
A ball, yeah.
Ball.
This is so weird just because we've like put all this effort into making a cake, and now we're like deconstructing the cake, undoing all that hard work, but it looks like it's coming together quite nicely. I'm getting involved.
Very nicely. Okay, I've got too much icing, so I need more crummies.
All right. I actually almost put the whole cake into my icing. I didn't actually measure it out properly, but it's
that's
working.
how you want it. That's how you want it. Look
It's
at
coming
this.
together.
So I've got my cake ball here, and then we are changing things up. I mean, the usual cake sticks would be... I'm going to take this glove off. The usual... cake pop sticks would be this little plastic one, but if we want to go a little eco-friendly, so we're going to go with the wooden stick.
Nice.
Just simply add it there. A good tip is also just to put a little bit of chocolate onto your stick.
Oh, yeah? Just to get it to stick on the cake better.
And then you put it in there. Okay.
All right. My balls come together quite nicely.
I removed a glove, but then this is one ball.
Nice. All right. I think I've got my ball Look at that. Tom, tom, tom. That's a
That
big
looks
one.
good. That looks good.
It's going to have to stay on here. So as you can see, fast forward into the future, and we've got a couple already made.
Yes, and you can pop these into the fridge to allow them to set a little bit better, because now we want to take our ready-made cake pops and dip it into
The fun
our melted chocolate.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to do the chocolate side over here. Okay, I can actually take these off now because the messy part of this is done. Well, some call it messy, some call it tasty. But,
Can you help me with mine as well,
yeah,
please?
sure, I got you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Whoops.
There we
Okay.
go.
How's your dough? Ooh, you got a proper one over
Look
there.
at
You
our
got it
beautiful
fully
cake
covered.
pop.
Let me
And
try
then
this side.
we've got some Fruit Loops here. So you can either decide to, you know, just stick your Fruit Loops on.
Individually, or just give that little sprinkle.
We're losing some chocolate.
Oh my word, this looks so good.
Or you can crush more
Oh
Fruit
no,
Loops.
you almost lost it.
I've got it a bit heavy there.
Okay,
but
let me
it's
come
fine.
over this. I'm gonna go for like a full-on sprinkle. Okay, where should I go? Let me not mess here.
But this is so great. I mean, it's school holidays. Get the kids involved. What a fun breakfast treat to make.
It actually worked. Look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, that
so
looks
cool. Look at that.
awesome.
Oh man, we did it, Zoe.
We did it.
Absolutely cool. This was fun. I'm trying to focus so much on all the steps that were going on. This was like a school project, but without being worried about what the marks are going to be like, apart from me just eating the project afterwards. This is cool. Yeah. Nice. You're actually really good at this. Have you been practicing?
We are good. That's how easy this recipe is.
Nice job, Zoe. This was really fun. Mzansi, I don't know what you thought about this one, but we've paid attention. I think we did this successfully. I think the kids will love this and the big adults too, but you let us know what you thought about this. You can find the recipe at Expresso, and whether you prefer savoring the iconic cereals as a classic breakfast or incorporating them into delectable recipes like these cake pops over here, these cereals offer such a world of flavor and excitement, no matter which way you have them. So to get your hands on the recipe, visit expressoshow.com. And it doesn't stop there, because in celebration of 100 years of nourishing great starts, Kellogg's are giving you the chance to win your share of 1 million rand in cash. Can you believe it? So here's how you want to enter, right? Buy any 2 of their qualifying products. Then you want to dial star 120 star 2447 hash, and then follow the prompts and enter the last 4 digits of your barcode. Simple as that. Now, South Africans, you can stand a chance of winning until the end of October. Now, your T's and C's can be found at kellogg's.co.za. And with that, I give you every reason to get involved in this competition, get involved in this delicious recipe, and celebrate. Oh, how's it taste?
This is good. I've only had the Fruit Loops. I'm eating the Fruit Loops off
I'm digging in. I'm ready
my
for this.
cake pop.
This is fitting for a birthday bite. Let's go.
Thank you.
From a box full of goodness to a breakfast that keeps a nation going, here's to 100 years of nourishing great starts.
Do it like this. Do it like get it, move it, own it. Do it like this.
Bespoke.
Choose a rate of up to 13.85% after 60 months with a Nedbank Electronic Optimum Plus account. No fees or commissions. Open your account in less than 2 minutes on the Money app. Join the bank that's best for your savings goals.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Tech Talk Thursdays, that's what it is, and your feel-good breakfast show here on Expresso, and it's the school holidays. And what do kids love doing the most? Playing video games. Sometimes as parents, we struggle to manage or understand what's happening. Luckily, we have our tech expert, John Hines, to give us the latest in game talk. So, tips for parents in school holidays, a big one.
I get this question all the time.
Huge one.
Parents stop me and they go like, yo, I don't understand these games, but my child plays these games all the time. Like what must I do? It's not a bad thing, actually. So, but it's something that you do need to monitor and understand. I think one of the biggest problems in that conversation for me is parents don't understand video games and they don't bother learning. And here's your time. We crib notes.
Yes.
Kids on holiday, you're in school now.
There we go. Let's get into school because it's quite important, and I think that to try and sort of also manage the time around gaming, which is very, very important because you want to make sure there's an exchange between social behaviors versus, even though gaming is very social, I think there was a big debate that I had on gaming and curbing gaming versus knowing that your kid is chatting to a group of friends and working together. And
I think a lot of kids in lockdown who had video games were still able to spend time with their friends, which is really, really special. So the first thing I'd recommend doing, and something my parents did for me, which I thought was, what in hindsight I think is really cool, is that you reward children by doing their chores with game time. So a game experience becomes a rewarding experience, and then it becomes a currency so that you can go to your kids and say, hey, listen, if you do the dishes and you do these things, you do what you're responsible for, you can have fun.
Okay.
And I think that's one of that's a great way to manage game time because they can know that they can earn it. They'll be like, Mom, I can play now, because it also gives them leverage. I can play now because I've done XXXX. Or they'll wake up in the morning and you'll wake up and you'll be like, oh, all the dishes are done. What's happening?
I like the reversal on that because you're not punishing, you are rewarding. It's
you're gamifying the chores.
Oh, stop it.
That's how you think about it.
Now, in terms of the cost in your gaming, you want to enable your kids as much as possible, but there are some hacks around getting games or sort of understanding how to get a bunch of games for a lower price.
Yes, okay, cool. So a lot of kids are going to ask for, oh, this game costs like 1,000 Rand or whatever, and it's a lot of money. And if parents don't know the tools, they're going to be unfortunate. Look at getting free-to-play games, like there are games like Fortnite, and they've got battle passes, so you pay for something in the game, but it's an experience. It's like a ticket for a month to earn things while you play. So think of that. That's a lot cheaper. It's about 200 Rand. And then there's also Games Pass. So Games Pass is on Xbox, I think. I think PlayStation's got a version of it as well. And it's like a monthly sub like Netflix or whatever you do, whatever streaming service you get, but for games. So you can have access to a library of games for the duration of that month. So what that empowers you to do as a parent is it's the month of holidays. Let's get Game Pass for the holiday, and once the holiday's up, we're going to cancel Game Pass. So during school time, the kids might not have access to that library, but as soon as holidays kick in, you can activate that library, and it's super cheap compared to buying a brand new game.
Manageable, which is quite important. And now, parents who are kind of technophobes, but you want to have some time with your kids. Getting stuck in actually playing the game with the kids and having that moment happen when you're allowed to be in their realm. I think that's powerful.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I tell parents all the time is play games with your kids. Always play games with the kids. There's a couple of reasons why, and we've touched on this on the show before, but it's bonding time with with them. You're making memories. They're gonna grow up and be like, oh, do you remember when you played? My mom used to play Super Mario with us.
Oh man,
we used to swap. And like my mom still talks about it to this day. And it's something that it's a culture in my life, and it became something special for my mom. And video games weren't my mom's thing. So her doing that became something special, for us. And the other reason is that because games are social, you'll be creating a culture of how to engage and talk to people online. So you will be in that friendship circle for a little bit, being able to go like, hey, don't talk like that, or who's this person, and who are you playing with, and understand what they're doing virtually, just so that you have an idea. And it's fun. Games are designed to be fun.
Yeah.
This is the other thing. Parents are like, I don't want to play games. Like, games are literally designed to be fun. You're going to have fun. Like, don't worry. And what's more fun than spending time with your kids, watching them do something that they're passionate about?
And I mean, especially if you want some self-motivation, there's nothing better than proper getting into Fortnite and just destroying your kids. Like it's the best feeling in
Becomes
the world.
competitive, yeah. The other thing, if you can't play with your kids, the next step for me is make sure that they're playing games in a public area in the house.
I love that.
So don't lock them in a room and let them, and I know it gives you some free time as a parent, but if you're watching them play, you can hear them talk. You can hear the tone of voice they're using. You can hear what culture they're creating or they're exposed to, and you can you can watch it and manage it, which is super important.
And then parental settings on a console. That's pretty straightforward,
and the last step is parental settings on a console. So you can make sure that they don't play games that are outside of the age restriction. They've got their own account to do that, and that works with those games passes as well.
Yeah.
So that you can monitor their experience without playing those single-player games without knowing that they're playing games that you wouldn't necessarily approve of or are outside of their age gap.
Love it. Grant, thank you so much for empowering us with regard to this last stretch of school holidays. I hope that assisted. Just make sure that you engage, collaborate, and it's not really watching over and getting too strict, but it's really enabling them to communicate and develop social skills while enjoying something as enjoyable as gaming. So all the best in those spaces, and don't worry, Grant will be here on this couch to educate you whenever you need.
Oh, well, we love connecting with you. And today on social media, we kick-started the show by asking you, sometimes our pets feel so human. What's the most human thing your furry friend does? And you've shared some of those answers. Are we listening to voice notes? Should we look at some comments?
Yeah, I think we've got some comments first up. So let's see who's come through with this one firstly. It is, I can't see so well today. Let's see, it looks like Siobhan Arnso says, they like, okay, here we go. I can see this better. They like to backchat when we speak to them. There are a couple of things that they do that are human-like, and I swear I think they might be a little bit.
Clearly used an emoji there. How cute is that? Josephine says, good morning, family. Absolutely very true. My fur kid loves having his dinner at the table in a plate with us by the table. His character does such funny things.
Wow.
Oh, lucky boy.
That's amazing. I'm glad he stays at the table and eats it. We've got more from Marina Nutzer says, my furry friends looks me straight in the eyes with telling me they love me. Ah, that's a great bond. I love that. Thank
Eva
you.
says, my dog's name is Cheeky. This dog can bark to any stranger that visits our home, except for little kids. It seems like she has a soft spot for them. That is so sweet.
I'm absolutely here for this. Here for these comments too, Mzansi. Thank you so much for sharing it. I know there are so many that we are trying to get through and we are filtering them. So keep them coming. Hopefully we can share yours with them, Mzansi. And I love it. This is what it's about. Sharing tips, sharing tricks, and sharing all the human-like characteristics of our pets. And we're going to carry on with that theme right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed. I am here for all the accessories today. Listen, we have our beauty and fashion editor, Nox Mafu, in studio, and she's here to talk us through some essentials for the essential edit. In fact, consisting of a capsule pieces that you can wear from day to night. And today she is back with essential add-ons that we love for seasons to come. Now, Nox, when it comes to accessories,
yes,
what should we add to our arsenal in terms of, you know, classic or basic accessories, just that it can zhuzh up any look that we wear?
Well, there is nothing basic about all these items that we have here. The fabulosity, firstly, when you're wearing those shades is absolutely incredible. And that's exactly what these accessories do. They really add the element of taste and finish an outfit in any way. So we've got the classic sunnies, which we can see Zoe is sporting, and she looks absolutely incredible. They come in a range of colors, and I always, or shapes and sizes more than anything. So for me, I'm the type of person who, because of my face, I can enjoy kind of, you've got that square. I've
like
got
a bit of a bling.
You know, just a little bit of a sass.
This is beautiful. I might not give them
No,
back.
honestly, these are my favorite. I think they work very well with every face. So we've got sunnies, which are great. We've got obviously the classic loafers, right, which come in a variety of colors. I love these because and you get them in pink and really bold, beautiful colors, which are great for winter. We've got, of course, the bag, right, which a bag is everything. It really elevates an outfit, so we can have it as a shoulder bag or even a crossover bag, and I really love the detail over here. And then, of course, the earrings. I think the earrings really add a different dimension depending on what you're wearing. If you've got a hair that's like a hairstyle that's up, you might want something that's more, you know, focused on down. So really, there are so many options to choose from. I'm a sucker for something like this. So beautiful, really great detail. And of course, then we've got our versatile kind of satin scarf. Now, these come in incredible colors and patterns, and depending on how you style it, it can really be worn on your head, around the neck, even, you know, as part of like something over the shoulder. So really a great addition to any outfit, and all of these just feel so great for any kind of accessory.
They do, and I mean, I'm wearing this satin scarf around my neck, and I asked this morning, like, what's the best way to wear it? Because I wanted to like wrap it around, but there's no right or wrong way. It's all about your personality. You can even wrap it around your bag if you want to add a pop of color to your outfit. I love this. So, Nox, you've brought these beautiful accessories to the foreground, but I feel like we need to bring our bright and beautiful models out.
Bright and beautiful, please.
Let's see what they look like so we can see how we can wear these accessories. My darling, are you going to walk through there?
Yes,
so the camera start here. Ooh la la.
So we're going to start with our basics, right? Remember, we had our loafers and our chinos together with a great shirt, and so layering already is happening, which I'm very excited about. And then we're going to add a bag to this outfit.
Oh, okay,
right?
so we accessorize
in real time. In real time. So you're going to stand here. And so we're just going to add this over here, just to give that a little bit of a zhuzh. So we need shades, I think, right?
She needs shades. Should I hand over? Oh, those
are nice. So we add a little bit of edge, so there's a bit of dimension here. Ma'am, you just looking fabulous by the second.
I love that we're doing this live on camera, because this is how you can really elevate a look. I was a bit nervous because when it comes to like buying shoes, I always stick to basics in terms of neutral tones.
But you know,
I love how these green loafers work with the pink shirt.
Exactly. And then so now we kind of think, I really love the layering that's happening here. So either we could do something like this, where we kind of add it here, but I mean, you know, this is really down to preference. We can put it underneath here.
Underneath the collar.
Exactly.
Look at us being
we can do it like that, but you know, depending on that, I really like the classic element of it. So what I would probably do, to your point, Zoe, is to add it maybe as just a nice little accessory here to the bag. Also, just a pop of color, and depending on how she feels, you know, she can add it there. But there's so many options, so many colors. I'm already like changing my mind, like, but this is how I dress anyway.
But isn't that the beautiful thing about accessories? You can go in the moment. Perhaps you feel like being more glamorous and adding more, or perhaps you want to just keep it a bit more simplistic and keep it as it is.
But I think also here we can see the colors just work really nicely here. So we could work with something just even across the shoulder, just for that elegance there. But really changes an outfit, makes it chic in minutes. And here we have already 2 of those accessories that I brought up today, and she's looking absolutely incredible.
Love, love, love. Well, you may leave with those accessories. Send us the bill.
Yes.
I'm joking.
Well, I will come after you.
Knox will find you. Knox, add these to my tab.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
will.
Well, we want you to be bold and fierce, and you can shop these accessories and more at Woolworths. They're available in-store, online, on the app, and on my face.
Oh, yes, you know what time it is.
Amazing, right?
You did, yeah.
It's so good. Because sometimes you know that your Oma also is just one of those individuals who they do so much. They look so good for their age, but it's because they're your Oma, man, you know?
This is true.
Right?
And look, this wouldn't be fitting without something to complement this occasion. So, my friend, before we say anything more...
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Wait. No. Put it down. Sit down.
Okay,
Sit down.
okay.
It's Man's
What have I
birthday.
done?
Okay. Let me serve you. Sorry, sir.
Why, thank you, kind sir. Why, thank you. Nothing more fitting than a birthday treat.
Because it's man's birthday today. Were you really going to feed me on your birthday?
Come on, man. That's what it's about. Sharing the love of my
Okay,
birthday.
cheers.
Paul.
Just,
Cheers. There we go.
I just want to say that, you know,
Cheers to you,
you're
Mzansi.
amazing.
And clearly now you've figured it out. It is time, of course, to announce this week's Oma of the Week. And it's always received hundreds of special nominations. But one really stood out for us that was sent in by Lenore Tim. I love this comment. Check this out.
All right. She says, both my Omas have passed away, but my mom is the most amazing Oma to my kids. She'll drop anything to be there for them at any time. The love and patience she has for them is unconditional. I'm so jealous because no matter what, she can never say no to them. Thank you for everything, Mom.
Oh, that is wholesome. We absolutely love that. Lenore, thank you so much. She told us that her kids call her Granny Michelle. So I think without further ado, let us congratulate Granny Michelle. You are officially the Oma of the Week. Yes!
Yes!
Woo! I'm here for this, man.
Well done. and just honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much to everyone who sent in their nominations. Each and every one of them were powerful. We'd love to pick every single person as a winner, but you can only have one. We'd love to read them all, but I really hope this serves as a great reminder to love and honor these special women in our lives and to appreciate them out loud whilst we still can.
Yeah, so here's a reminder to you, if you are lucky enough to have your Oma and Opa live nearby, then ring them up and go show up with some Oma rusks because they will absolutely love you for it. Cheers, Paul.
Happy birthday. It's the best birthday ever.
There is more in every dip with Oma Rusks.
Making an iced cappuccino with thick creamy froth is now impressively easy. Jacobs.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. As you can see, there is some very, very great organized chaos in the studio because we're all about pets today. But the one thing we're very excited about, from the 14th to the 16th of July, the Perfect Pet Family Event will return for a 3-day extravaganza in Johannesburg, featuring not just dogs and cats, but interactive animal exhibits and live demonstrations, exotic pets, and so much more. It's the Pet Expo 2023, and we have the organizer, Louis Kruger, who's here as well as our man, Steve, from Deep South Reptile Rescue, who always loves bringing us reptiles so we can have them on live national TV and not be freaked out, because we shouldn't. They are so beautiful. But Louis, welcome.
Thank you.
Steve, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me back.
I feel like I met this one before.
You did. This is Lexi. She was on the show the last time. So back by popular demand.
That's it. Lexi is gorgeous. I love Lexi. And also there are some others over here.
I have got
Kimal.
Kimal, this is your best boy. Yes,
You
he's
hear
the
this voice?
bestest boy.
Yeah, this voice, this is the dove. And this beautiful child
this
here.
is Angie, who's a golden retriever.
Oh, that's beautiful. You know, Angie reminds me of the dog from Up.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Remember that dog? Just ball, fetch, let's go. But let's talk about this event. I mean, the Pet Expo has been around, what, 25 years, right? Enthusing families. I mean, why is it so successful? What attributes to the fact that it's been around for so long?
I think it just really offers a wide variety of events over the course of the weekend.
Yeah.
Dogs, cats, reptiles, kois, birds. Last year we introduced a horse. So there's just really this massive array and display of pets, and many people have never seen before, never been able to interact with, and they have the perfect opportunity to come and do that.
Wow.
Steve, I want to know from you, when you go to these types of expos and exhibitions, how many reptiles do you take with you? How many friends?
Well, it would depend. If a good breeder will take all his breeding stock, so you might have 20 or 30 corn snakes with him. But normally if I go for educational purposes, and I'll take snakes like Lexi and Kenny, just to show people what they do and how they are, what you need to keep them in captivity, and explain all the research value of keeping reptiles, because it's not the same as dogs and cats, obviously.
I hear you. And I know that, obviously, a lot of kids super excited, a lot of adults often scared and will scream. If you could just give the audience, like, when you approach these animals, what's the best way to like, I always ask, may I touch? I don't want to just assume I'm allowed to touch.
Yes, well, the best thing to do is, obviously, snakes can't blink, so you don't want to touch their head. They're very head shy. So if you touch their body and you're slow and calm with them, and when you hold them, you don't restrict their movement, you just let them kind of flow through, as Lexi's doing now. She's just kind of exploring the set. So it's all about working with the animal and building a bond with your animal, and you'll get to know your animal as time goes on. When you get it as a baby, it might not be so friendly, and then as it gets older, it'll become like her. She's a big darling.
How old is she?
She's 14 now.
Oh my goodness.
She's gorgeous. And Louis, this Pet Expo, what's the dream for you, for anybody visiting the Pet Expo? I mean, what is the ultimate goal? Do you want a better understanding from just the general public of animals in general? Is that the dream?
I think my personal goal has always been to educate the public, for people to make informed choices.
Nice.
I've always believed that many dogs and cats and various animals end up in rescue because people haven't made informed, educated decisions. So we've got all the experts in one venue ready to kind of give advice and give people the guidance and answer their questions, so that they do make informed decisions.
I'm so impressed that Angie is so
She
well
wants to say hello.
Yes.
She wants to say hi to me.
It's really great to have this opportunity for families, and I think for 25 years this has been going on, and it's different walks of life all connecting. We're talking about pets and just pets in general. I don't want to cause a battle here, but, like, you know, between a pet snake versus a pet dog, I mean, what are your thoughts with the better pet?
I'm going to have to go with the dog, right?
No, snake seems... Steve, I mean...
Well, it would depend, because if you look at places like London and big cities where people stay in apartments and they can't have a dog or a cat,
True.
then reptiles are fast becoming the most popular kept animal.
I like this. You know, I didn't mean to get you guys against each other, but this is working for me. I like
But
this
I also
battle.
agree with dogs also, because I've got a beautiful dog at home and they are loyal creatures. If you want loyalty, don't get a snake. They're not loyal.
Are snakes not loyal?
No,
What?
they're not loyal, no.
No loyalty.
As
they
long
like
as you're
cats.
feeding it and giving it its environment it needs, it'll like you. But if you're not, then it won't like you.
Well, this is great. You know, we've been tracking through so many different things, but you know, from dogs, we know the misconceptions. We had an expert on a little earlier, but I think just Steve, while you're here, the snake misconceptions.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned their head's quite sensitive as well, but like, what about the other misconception about snakes? I think they always seem to be in horror movies. They always seem to be associated with negativity. It's kind of like black cats.
Well, this is why I do all the education that I do, because they get such a bad rep.
Yeah.
And they don't deserve it, because they're actually one of the most peaceful creatures. As you can see, Lexi's not bothered about anyone. She's just happy climbing on me because I'm familiar, so she knows my scent. Out of all the snakes I keep, I've never had any snakes misbehaving or fighting or anything like that. They're very clean. As long as you're providing the environment, because they're ectothermic, so they can't regulate their temperature and sweat and shiver like we do. So we need to provide that temperature variant in their tank, and then they're happy. So they've got very low requirements. They need shelter, they need their conditions, and they need food. That's their main thing.
They don't go out and they don't seek to bite you. That's
They
the
don't
thing.
seek to bite you. And all these stories you see on Facebook about snakes like Lexi laying next to you in bed and sizing you up, that's not snake behavior. They don't do that. If a snake wanted to hunt you, it would hunt you the way it would out in the wild. They wouldn't
well, this is not,
size you up at night.
Sorry, what did you say there? Holden, you said about? Yes, and then? Oh, no, there was a competition that, you know, I was told about there. About, yes, it's basically, if you'd like to get yourself some tickets, it's all happening, Monte Casino, 14 to 16 July. We are giving away some tickets, and I know you want them. Now, this is how it goes. 2 family of 4 tickets we got, 2 adults, 2 kids. All right, for the viewers, this is you, $400 each. We want to offer you this opportunity. So let us know what animal makes the best pet. We had these two going at each other with regard to snake versus dog, but I think that you have the best answers. Share your answer on our Facebook page, please. And just make sure that you know the terms and conditions apply. They are on expressoshow.com. And the competition closes tomorrow at 12 noon. So make sure you get them in. And also get to the Pet Expo. Louis, all of the hard work from you and your team. Thank you so much for doing it. And all the best for a fantastic event.
Brilliant, thank you.
Lovely stuff. Pets and dogs and snakes and all of them. Get yourself some tickets, answer that question. And you indeed could be a winner with your feel-good pet breakfast show.
Thank you so much. What an incredible conversation. And it's about to go on the hour, and that means we need to kick off with official duties once again, and starting on national news headlines. Now, the presidency has welcomed the High Court decision, which declared and set aside former President Jacob Zuma's private prosecution of President Cyril Ramaphosa as illegal and unconstitutional. Now, the Johannesburg High Court also granted an interdict to Ramaphosa to prevent the private prosecution. Now, Zuma wanted to prosecute Ramaphosa in connection with his failure to act against the state prosecutor, Billy Downer, after Downer, according to Zuma, made his medical records public. Now, Ramaphosa had maintained throughout that the private prosecution was an abuse of court process. Well, sticking to national headlines, the cholera-related illnesses have now claimed 47 lives, 35 in Gauteng, 6 in the Free State, 2 in Mpumalanga, and 4 in Limpopo, and this since January. Now, the cholera outbreaks have been reported in Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, Tshwane, Vredeport, and Parys. Now, in Hammanskraal, north of Pretoria, the epicenter of the current cholera outbreak, there have been at least 99 confirmed cases and 23 deaths. And meanwhile, civil rights organizations' continued water tests in the Vaal River have yielded positive tests for cholera in 6 places, those being the Barrage Bridge, Parys, Valkom, Variënten, Berkeley West, and Douglas. Well, from our national news headlines, it's time to head over to international news. Now, China's ambassador to Nigeria says the visit by a Chinese naval fleet to Lagos is aimed at improving security in waters plagued by piracy and oil theft off West and East Africa. Now, Kui Ching-chun said peace is not free and peace should be defended so that Africa, China, and Nigeria, China could do things to not only safeguard the peace, but to protect the vessels in the Gulf of Aden and also in the Gulf of Guinea. Now, 3 Chinese battleships arrived in Nigeria on Sunday on a rare 4-day visit. Well, carrying on with international news headlines, devices including mobile phones are set to be banned from classrooms to stop them from disrupting learning. Now, this coming through from the Dutch government. Now, the initiative is being introduced in collaboration with schools and is to take off and take effect at the start of next year. Now, there will be exceptions, including for students with medical needs or a disability, and for classes focused on digital skills. Now, the ban is not legally enforceable, but may become so in the future. Now, England and France have also proposed banning mobile phones to improve learning. Well, next up in the headlines, children and families are welcome to attend the world's first underwater book launch. And this is tomorrow morning at 10:30 at Cape Town's Two Oceans Aquarium. Now, My First Wild Island Adventure is authored by legendary SA explorer Rian Munser and award-winning journalist Murray Williams, and presently available for children. Now, Munser was the first person to circumnavigate the world's fourth largest island, Madagascar, by kayak alone. Now, it's a true story about a real-life action hero. Munser had many memorable close encounters with Madagascar's marine life, humpback whales, breaching meters away from his kayak, and even having it rammed by a shark. Crazy stuff indeed. But that's all the headlines I have for you right now. It's time to dive into the sport, and here's Carlitos with the latest.
Thank you, birthday boy. Let's wrap up the sporting desk for you in your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, Springbok prop Oxen Chair will miss this year's Rugby Championship, unfortunately, with a pectoral muscle issue. The 27-year-old sustained the injury on Tuesday and will be sidelined for Saturday's campaign opening test with Australia, next weekend's trip to New Zealand, and 29 July's game with Argentina. The Sharks, Lou said, had been named to start this weekend's game against the Wallabies. He has been replaced, though, by Stephen Kitsoff, who had been due to fly with an early travel party to New Zealand this week before the All Blacks game. On to football. South Africa's 2023 Women's World Cup squad travelled to New Zealand after a dispute with the National Association highlighting gender pay gaps in the country. It was resolved. Now, the Motsepe Foundation, founded by CAF president and billionaire Patrice Motsepe and his wife Precious Motsepe, pledged funds to resolve the dispute. The squad members had said their contracts did not include the 560,000 rand appearance fee promised by FIFA to each of the 23 players. The spat caused a renewed conversation around gender pay gaps in sports in the country. Now, on to tennis action. Novak Djokovic was pushed hard but secured his 350th Grand Slam victory by beating Australia's Jordan Thompson 6-3, 7-6 and 7-5 to storm into the Wimbledon third round. Women's top seed Iga Swiatek outclassed Spain's Sara Sorribes Tormo 6-2 and 6-love, and Daria Kasatkina thumped Jody Burrage 6-love and 6-2 to also reach round 3. Daniil Medvedev overcame wildcard Arthur Ferry, and Marta Kostyuk battled back to knock out Maria Sakkari before Stefanos Tsitsipas won a marathon clash with Dominic Thiem 3-6, 7-6, 6-2, 6-7 and 7-6. And great news for Formula One fans. The F1, they've announced a 24-race schedule for the 2024 season, opening with 2 that will be raced on Saturdays. The Bahrain and Saudi Arabia races will be held on Saturdays to accommodate Ramadan. Formula One will hope for better luck next year, as they had scheduled a record 24 races this season, but China and Emilia-Romagna were cancelled, both on the calendar for next year. So exciting times ahead for Formula One fans. That's it for your sport on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Let's take a look at your traffic. Here's Zoe Brown.
Thank you, Wasty. Let's start off with your traffic in KwaZulu-Natal. There's some congestion on the N2 northbound at KwaMashu interchange. Expect delays and allow for more travel time this morning. In Gauteng, Pretoria, there's a vehicle broken down on the N1 southbound at the Atterbury Road. The right lane is closed. Drive carefully. And staying in Gauteng and Pretoria, there's also been an accident on the N1 southbound before Linwood Road. One lane is obstructed. Please approach with caution. Well, that's your traffic for this morning. Let's take a final look at your weather. And the SA Weather Service warns of very cold, wet and windy conditions expected with the passage of a cold front over the Western Cape, the western and northern parts of the Northern Cape and the Eastern Cape from tomorrow into Saturday. It's likely to result in some showers and thunder showers along the way. Such conditions may have adverse effects on small stock farming in the interior, as well as difficulty in navigation along the coast. Temperatures are expected to drop further on Sunday in most of the country. Parts of the Eastern Cape and Lesotho border will experience the lowest minimum temperature, with it dropping to -2 degrees Celsius. Snow can also be expected, so it's probably best to fork out the woolies and blankies and keep warm this weekend. Well, let's take a look at your temperatures for today. In Polokwane, your low is 4, your high 19. Mbombela, 19.22. Pretoria, 6 with a high of 19. Johannesburg, 6 with a high of 18. Mahikeng, 5.22. Klerksdorp, 4.22. Kimberley, 3 with a high of 22 for today. Bloemfontein, -4 with a high of 21. Richards Bay, 13.22. Pietermaritzburg, 7.21. Durban 14 reaching a high of 20, Mthatha 2 reaching a high of 22, East London 15 with a high of 20, Cradock 6.21, Gqeberha, your low is 12, your high 19. In the Western Cape, George, a low of 14 and a high of 22 for today. Cape Town, 12.23. Worcester, 12.27. If you're in Sutherland, 7's your low, 17 your high. And Uppington, a low of 11 and a high of 27 degrees Celsius. Well, those are your temperatures for today. Let's take a final look at your sunrise views. Alison in Johannesburg is our final weather photo update for today, sharing these trees glimmering with pretty hues in the background. Leonard in the Northern Cape is feeling very excited for the day. Just look at those purple hues and decided to share that photo with us. Mhlangeni in Ladysmith showing off some outstanding green fields. Absolutely stunning. And Nancy Govender in Pennington Beach sharing some shells on the beach. We love it. Thank you so much. Well, if you have a good morning photo to share with us, please do so on our WhatsApp line. Our number is 063 408 8863.
At Total Energies, everyone gets the VIP treatment. Our Bonjour shop has all you need for your journey, including free Wi-Fi to keep you connected and fresh coffee for the road. And our new Total Energies Club lets you earn cash back with every visit. That's Total Energies.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3. And Steve and I are just chilling with a couple of snakes. It's one of those things. It's beautiful. But I don't want you to slither anywhere away because we've got still some fantastic things with Jacobs coming up. And also Pet Expo's happening. 14 to 16. There's a big competition happening too. So make sure you stick around your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Where are you looking?
I know.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso On S3, my name is Carl, and this is Steve. Remember, we're all about pets today. Pet Expo coming up, big competition that we have happening at the moment. But you know what? As I feel the snake upon me, there's such a great texture. It's beautiful. It's reminding me about the Woolworths' amazing range of duvet inners and pillows. And Graham has got all those details. Yes, my baby. It's going to be lovely.
Nothing says quality moments like quality sleep. You know, we yearn for those moments on this show, and that starts really with great bedding. It's a simple equation from natural thills to recycled fibers that got us very excited. Woolworths offers an incredibly wide variety of duvet inners and pillows to choose to increase your sleep quality, and it can make a fundamental difference in your life. And here to tell us more about their Sleep Well duvet inners and pillow range is senior homeware buyer and really good sleeper, Kate Key. I hope you're a good sleeper, or do you lose sleep when you're releasing a range like this? So thanks for being here, so bright and early. So you've got an extensive range in this space. Just walk me through some of the pieces that have got you really excited.
So our collection includes a range of duvets and pillows that can be broken up into natural product and synthetic product or down alternatives.
Okay.
Okay, so in terms of our duvet offering, we have a range of duvets. We've got our 13-tog all seasons duvet, which is a really nifty, versatile duvet.
Yeah,
because
a good investment piece.
It is. It's 3-in-1. So it's 2 duvets, an 8-tog and a 5-tog that you can use separately, or you can clip them together for a really warm duvet in winter.
You are sorted. I love that. Okay, we can drop Mike, walk out of studio. I love it. Okay, brilliant. Start.
We then have a 5-tog repuffable duvet, which is this one over here. This is great for those who are triggered by allergy, so can't use natural products. And this has a spiral puffball finish, so it's really resilient. It retains its sort of shape and loft.
Sure. I like the feel. It's almost got an old school kind of comforter feel to it. I love that. I actually love the texture of it, the feel of it as much as everything else. That's cool.
And then for those who prefer a natural product, we have a range of feather duvets. So this one here is a 5-tog feather. And that one over there, if you just have a feel, that's a combination, it's a high quality blend of feather and down. So it's really soft and fluffy.
And the insulation is amazing, because what I love about down is you would expect it to be just overwhelmingly hot, but it has a breathability.
Absolutely.
It's a really good kind of...
very light.
Yeah, it kind of manages that, that space, the temperature beautifully.
Yes.
So much importance is placed on how you sleep in terms of your position, and a lot of that stems from the pillow.
Yes.
Everyone is cut differently. We're all differently shaped. We have different needs, and you've got the range to be able to accommodate everybody. So walk me through the pillows, because this is quite a dynamic space.
Yeah. So essentially, pillow sort of choice comes down to support. So if you like something quite soft and comfortable, our duck feather pillows are really great because it's 100% duck feather, so it's very soft and comfortable and fluffy.
And you got to feel the poof when you fall back onto, and you do that. Now, I find like I on purpose will drop, like a hotel opening shot, onto the, just you can feel that, but it is luxurious.
If you prefer something slightly firmer, like a medium support, our range of microfiber pillows will be perfect for you. Still sort of soft and comfortable, but a little bit more supportive. And then if you like something firmer, we have our repuffable pillows, which are really great. They retain their shape and remain quite firm and supportive. And then for something a little bit different, we have our range of speciality pillows. So this one over here is a back sleeper pillow. It reduces the effect of snoring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's
I can feel my phone
one.
going vroot, vroot, as my wife says. I think that's the one that we need to invest in, love.
And then my personal favorite is the memory foam pillow. So that is designed to support your neck and shoulders and head. It molds to the shape of your body. And then as soon as you remove the pressure, it retains its original shape.
Original shape. Absolutely brilliant. And it really does matter. I mean, we've spoken to so many experts in this space. I love the fact that you guys are keeping so many plastic bottles off landfills in the most ingenious way by using those fibers, recycling in the most commercial way possible, which just kind of sends a message to the rest of the market. So you've ticked that box, but there seems to be a very special interest in the individuals that are going to be using these products. It's not just about a one-size-fits-all.
Yes.
I don't know if I feel enthused or exhausted after that, but the bed is calling to me now. But I've spotted a few pieces here that match me, my lifestyle, my needs. And the bottom line is, it all starts with a good night's rest. So thank you so much for being the soft pillow that we get to land on every morning. I love the fact that there is this underpinning of sustainability on this level when we talk about commercial. This is where it really does matter. To live well, you do need to sleep well. Let it sink in. Say it to yourself. And Woolies Sleep Well range of natural and hyperallergenic pillows, their amazing duvets, the range that is so extensive will keep you comfortable at the perfect temperature all year round, winter and summer. And you can shop in-store, online, or you can get some amazing inspo on their amazing app. Oh, thank you so much. Where do I begin? Whew. I'll take one of each. Thank you. Brilliant.
Thanks a lot, G. You always have us covered, eh? Even as duvets. You're a dynamic person. That's why I love you so much. Now, it's time to satisfy that sweet tooth this morning. We are bringing together two ingredients that truly belong together. Coffee and chocolate. Wah, wah. Now, we're making a coffee and chocolate pudding that is so easy to make and so delicious that I think, I know it'll actually be the best in your family. And the thing is, I'm making it today because it's somebody's birthday. It's Raul's birthday. We have to make this for Raul's birthday. So this is not just about this. It's about Raul's birthday. This is your pudding. Okay?
Let's do it, man.
Ralph, okay, I want to start off with, I've made a little bit of a sauce earlier.
Oh,
it's going to steep into that pudding.
Okay, how did you
but
do that?
I want to give you like a step by step.
Yeah, please.
Each one is inspired by your birthday.
Okay.
Right.
How so?
So
Please tell
remember,
me.
so I have two.
Ooh,
I
that sounds
have literally 2 cans of evaporated milk in here.
Nice, okay.
Right, because
All
I believe that negativity is always evaporated in your presence. That's why I use that. All right. Furthermore, I've got 2 of these sachets of Jacob's mocha that I'm putting in. If I look at your skin tone, you give me mocha. That's why I added this to the recipe. So I'm going to add it in over there.
Okay.
No, I'm telling you, everything is inspired by
Keep
you.
going. I'm here
Everything
for
is
this.
inspired by
Keep
you
going,
while I
keep
do that. So, sorry.
Mochas are in, yeah?
That's it. Okay, because I think it's important. So now that's done. Butter. Okay, because I've heard people say, all right, whenever in my circle, they're like, yo, Ryle, just on his social media, he's like butter. And I'm like, that's fine. It's because he's not wearing a top. But it's all right. It's cool. It works. And
Is it
that's why.
'cause I'm smooth?
So the butter, we've got those 3 tablespoons of butter, and that goes in there.
And it ain't nothing but a good time.
That's correct. It's always, it's always better with a better butter. And then you, the essence, man. Like, I think that your aura is great. You're a positive person, and your essence cannot be replicated. This was vanilla essence, but this is Ryle essence that we're putting in over here, okay? And then brown sugar. Honestly, this is you, my friend. You are sweet and you're brown. And I think that's the most important thing to remember.
Nailed it.
Like, you are sweet and brown, and I think that's the only thing that you should consider, and I've got that. So the brown sugar goes in. And then I'm going to mix all of this together, right? And I think that's the most important thing. So this is your birthday saucis that I think is going to be great. And I mean, I was supposed to whisk this in as each ingredient, but I was talking to you about why I was inspired by you.
The story was so worth it,
right?
Man. I was here for
and
that.
I think that's important. So I'm going to whisk that in. While I do that, you have the cake part.
Yeah,
people
let's
need
get
to
into
look
it.
at you or cake for you, right?
After that massive piece of magic, let's get into this side of things, right? So my side's pretty easy, pretty standard, what you might be used to. Wet ingredients first, and then we move over to the dry.
Yeah.
Wet ingredients, starting off with 4 eggs. We got some melted butter. Oh, it always smells so good. And then we're clapping some sugar into this and mixing it all up, all right? So step 1, nice and easy. I'll mix it up together.
Yeah, there we go.
And
As we go
once
along.
that comes together, I'll just...
You can actually use the whisk for that, I think.
I should be using the whisk. Not actually,
Let's
I
use
should
a
be
whisk.
using the whisk, yeah.
That's it's up to it's your birthday. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, whisk me away on my birthday,
That's it.
Paul. Nice.
There we go. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to give you the best time on your birthday, okay? So
I really am, though. Okay. That was very simple. That was very easy, nice and quick. And as you can see, just like that, look at that beautiful consistency.
Love
and then we're
it.
going to move over to dry stuff. So I got some flour in here.
Yes.
Pinch of salt goes in, so don't throw too much salt, just a pinch of salt for some variety.
Love it.
Some bicarb goes into that, and then the choc chips are going to come at the end. I'm first going to add some of my wet ingredients to the dry and mix that all up.
Perfection.
That's
what I just clean up here.
All right, so
Very
let me get my mix on. Obviously, once the
That's
mixture comes together,
very good, hey?
easy just to work with as well, man.
It's velvety and beautiful. Gee whiz, this is really great.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm going to finish this off, though, my
That's
friend.
it.
with
Can
that.
we add some Jacob's Cronin?
Ooh, yes.
Because I think this is the...
How could we forget the hero ingredient itself?
Freeze-dried.
I love that.
And I
yes,
think let's
yes.
add it in because I think... Because the thing is, at the moment...
I was going to do it at the end for like a chocolate sprinkle, but I love your concept way better. I want to infuse that into this mix.
Yeah,
so
why not?
Thank you for coming through. I
No,
love that
but I mean, it reminds me of how whenever somebody is, it comes into contact with you, you are like that hit of Jacob's Kroning to them. That's why. It's your birthday today.
Thank you.
So you're just adding...
The Kroning is here, my friend.
Adding rhylality, which is a baking term that we made for the day. That's it.
Yeah.
And this is why, and now it's going to work, because now just watch, as you stir that in, look at this.
Oh, yes.
You see that? It's now, it's beautiful, freeze-dried, super soluble, and the great thing about freeze-drying in this regard is that the flavor of it, it remains, it's maintained. As soon as any water or even, a batter comes into contact with it, it's going to just have these explosions of flavor, a lot like Ryle. In any company, you just got an explosion of flavor. That's what he's about.
I need you in my corner all day,
I am
man.
in your corner. I've got your back. This is why we're friends.
All right, so moving on, we've just finished this beautiful mixture. We can add I've added the pinch of salt.
Love
it. We can add some of the chocolate chips into this. You can add it before or afterwards. If you add it afterwards, obviously it gives it like a rustic effect.
Yes.
You'll have a little bit of that melt on top, or you can add it right now.
Okay.
I'm going to do both. We're going to do both, right? So I'm going to add a little bit of the chocolate sprinkle into this first. Yeah.
You know what?
Get it infused in there, and then I'm going to pop the rest of it on the top once I've got it into my baking dish. So let me just add a little bit.
I think just go for it because it's your birthday, man. There we go. It's your birthday.
All right, get that all mixed up into there, and then as simple as that, we pop it into our mixing or baking dish or tray.
And
this
then-
goes in for about, I think, like 25
And that's greased already, which is cool, so we get to go on it.
Yep, you know how we do.
Man, this is coffee, chocolate, Ryle, Expresso, birthday, Nature Boy. These things that just go together, you know?
Voila.
It's the real best.
All right.
And with this, all right, this will get poured all over there. You'll make little holes, and it's going to just steep in that deliciousness all there. And I think that is how you have a birthday pudding with chocolate and coffee for Ryle, our birthday boy. To make this coffee and chocolate pudding at home for any birthday or even just for you, you can get the full recipe online at expressoshow.com. And if you missed out on any of the steps, including the little drizzle of this, make sure you take a look at this.
Well played, bro.
Here's to the coffee magicians. The ones who know what you get out starts with what you put in.
Do it like this. Do it like get it, move it, own it. Do it like this.
Bespoke. office.
Oh, Tata, maybe. You got married this weekend.
Just stop nonsense. To keep the men away.
Marapega, if you didn't stop nonsense and you're actually married, you'd be getting 50% off your monthly banking fees if you're in Javier and Michael's Plus account.
Yo, I'm gonna call my Mama Beza right now and tell her, Ziakala.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. Mzansi is your feel-good breakfast show, and what a show it is already. And can you believe this? We are 6 months into the year already. Yes, half of the year is already gone by, and we're not disappointed by that. We are celebrating that, and we're going to celebrate the halfway mark with Game, who recently gave its customers unbeatable deals of up to 50% off. Yes! I never want to miss a good deal. Zoe Brown headed to their halfway day sale, and she got in on all the action. So let's see what she got up to.
With 6 months down and another 6 to go, that means we need all the help we can get to end the year off strong. Enter Game's Halfway Day Sale. It's the biggest retail event since Black Friday, where customers can enjoy for one-day deals in-store and online for up to 50% off. Woo, you don't have to tell me twice. Let's go. Catherine, Game's Halfway Day Sale is here, and it is all very exciting. What is the half-day sale all about?
So we started this last year, it was very successful, and this year it's even bigger and better across 108 shops nationwide. Also, Zoe, what's very exciting is we've shared it with Macro. Our sister store, Macro, also has Halfway Day running today. And then here at Game, we've got a lot of specials in store for the customer, helping people steer through winter, through load shedding, getting great deals on printers, laptops and TVs. The Logic air fryer is flying out the shop, and then gas. Your gas heaters, it's still cold, load shedding's awful, blankets, hot water bottles, nappies, lots of food pantry fillers, so in nice bulky items as well, just to get us through the depth of winter here. It's all happening at Game.
Some of the products I have in my trolley is all about load shedding proof the house. So I made sure I got a gas heater as well as a gas canister for cooking. I made sure I got some warm blankets and warm water bottles, because when there's load shedding, you can't always use the electric blanket. And this way we get to stay warm even whether the lights are on or off. You're always on top of your game. What are some of the exciting things we can look forward to for the rest of the year?
You know, we gear up for Heritage, which is coming up. That's going to be absolutely magnificent. The summer ranges that are coming up, I know it's freezing today, but before you know it, it'll be balmy and warm. And then we gear up for Black Friday and festive, and then before you know it, it's back to school again, and then we roll again in 2024.
The most exciting part about the sale today for me has to have been the amount of money I have saved. There has been a couple of things on my list to do, and I was able to get it all at a discounted price.
I see you have got all of your shopping ready. Did you have your eye on anything specific when you walked into the store today?
Most definitely, it's the Russell Hobb iron that's going on special. It's the best buy ever, and you'll never get in a deal like this again.
We are both out shopping at Game. What did you put in your trolley, and was it on sale?
Yes, it's on special. I'm busy shopping for my grandson because I heard on the radio that Game is having a half-price sale for the half of the month, and it's the end of the month, so we enjoy the shopping.
A day like today is so important for Game customers because life is tough. The inflation rate keeps increasing. The cost of living is so expensive. So when you can have moments to save and stock up and have things that you need every single day at a discounted price, I think that little bit helps go a long way. I am adding Halfway Day Sale by Game into my calendar and say repeat next year because I do not want to miss out on it. Awesome. Oh, Whether you are revamping your home office, perhaps stocking up on your pantry, or even there's a baby on the way, at least you know this year Games got you.
Oh, that looked like so much fun.
Listen, I'm here for a bargain, for a deal. The halfway day sale was incredible.
Yeah, I'm here for this. I think that I'm just a little bit jealous because I didn't fill up my cart, but I've been prompted to do so. So thank you so much for that. I love it. For now, though, we're going to carry on with the rest of this show right now. She's got her carts filled. You've got every reason to get onto the sale. And for now, though, it's time to get into bed.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Let's find out.
Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Are you ready for this challenge? Now, I've got Ryle and Zoe who'll be taking this on. Now, I can tell you straight up that bedding alone can really just zhuzh up the entire household, provided that it is exclusive, beautiful Woolies quality. But here's the thing about bedding. You need to know that the not-so-fun part is actually covering the duvet inners. Long have people got trapped in inners, just really claustrophobic, but today we're going to see if either one of these individuals, Zoe or Ryle, will be able to take on the challenge to make their bed. Here they are walking in slowly, the challengers. Right, this is how it's going to work. Ryle and Zoe. Zoe, I'm going to ask you nicely. I don't care if it's the man's birthday. Show him flames.
She's never cared.
Okay?
Very competitive.
Competition. That's a bit harsh.
That came out wrong.
You will have, I'm going to give you about 1 minute and 30, okay? 1 minute, 30 seconds, 90 seconds to kind of, I want you to get the inner into the duvet cover, all right? First person to do that gets to make this bed.
Okay.
All right, so make sure once you are secure and you are all tacked up and secure with the duvet, then you can actually make the bed. All right, I don't want to see missing buttons not connect. I want to see all the buttons connected.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I don't know.
Okay.
So
all the best. Ready? So just in terms of methodology, you can do whatever you want to, provided that it is on and it can't be, and that's it.
Must be
on, in, done and dusted.
Okay.
You ready? This is the challenge. Make your bed challenge on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We got Zoe on the outside. Ryle's birthday. Ryle does a little look at his duvet cover. Zoe does the same thing, stretching it down beautifully, though. Inners still on the bed, though.
Ooh, there's buttons!
There are buttons. This is why the challenge is exciting, because you're going to have to close the buttons up a little later. Okay, Zoe is finally going into...
I did not expect buttons.
That's correct. This is the little tricky curveball of actually duvet inners versus duvets. Now, Ryle's got a good thing going on there. Looks like Zoe is about to go through. Can Ryle get into his inner first, though? Oh, he's going straight for the inner. All right, here it goes. What is going on Ryle's side, we don't know. But Zoe Brown is clearly... This one on a Sunday morning knew how to change the bedding because that stuff is already on. Now the buttons
How much time do I have left?
Corners go in as well. We have 40 seconds left in this challenge, Zoe and Ryle. Ryle looks like he's pitching...
I lost my corners.
You look like you're pitching a tent. I'm not going to lie. It's not a tent.
No.
It's a duvet.
Yes, Zoe.
No.
Right, Zoe's just going for the buttons now. Ryle, you are still... Where are you at the moment?
I don't know.
Let's go. You got 20 seconds.
No.
Zoe is now calmly making the bed. Ryle is still pitching his tent. We're not sure what's going to go on here.
Give me a single cover on a double.
8,
Come on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations.
Look, it even has the flip.
Well done. Zoe even has a little fold here for decorative effect. Right, now let's take a look at Ryle, the birthday boy over here. Now that is how you get out of bed after a long night of celebrating your birthday, which makes sense given the context. But congratulations, the winner of this challenge is Zoe Brown.
Tracy, almost every button.
No, it doesn't matter. We are very happy with
childhood
it.
trauma just came out now. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. I just wanted to know your methodology, man.
What
were you trying to stuff the inner into the thing? Because Zoe had the inside. I remember I was taught the inside-out method. You get the corners, you go.
And you're like, shake.
But I wanted to do something different. I saw the style where you take the two corners of the inner and you jump inside, and then you just corner, and then you pull back, and It didn't work. Didn't work.
Did you see that on TikTok?
Yeah, it looks like a TikTok thing. Wow. Okay. Well, that's the challenge. Done and dusted. Well done to Ryle. And you know, I've actually got a quote for you, birthday boy. The quote
Please
is
help
quite
me.
simple. I want to share
Help
that.
me.
Okay. What makes the big difference?
Yeah.
Right. It's a William McRaven quote.
Okay.
And he actually said it best. While Zoe continues with the penny. If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed.
Cheers.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. Yes, we're bringing a lot of feel-good to your screens because we're about to play another game and they've made me host because I'm too competitive. But we're going to kick off with rugby, a sport that is in the heartbeat of South Africans. It is in our veins and it ignites a fiery passion that flows through the veins of every single fan, uniting a nation in a symphony of camaraderie and unwavering support. So, we are about to play a little game as we gear and get excited for the World Cup that is pretty much on our doorstep. So we thought we'd put our presenters, aka birthday boy Ryle, against Carl Wasey.
That's right.
To test their knowledge to see if they know our boys in green and gold. Are you gentlemen ready?
To get exposed, yeah.
Kinda. Sorry in advance for anybody out there.
No. Let's see how it goes. So how it's going to work is each of you have a writing board in front of you with a Koki. Now, we're going to give you a couple of pictures of the players. So as soon as you see their face, I need you to tell me whether, you know, that Springbok player is... so we're going to look at the box.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to make sure that when they pop up on the screen, you'll only have 10 seconds to write down whether he plays forward or back position. So you can just write forward or back.
Okay, cool.
You've got 10 seconds.
Do this?
Yeah.
Best out of 10 wins.
Wow.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Marathon. So you're right there,
You
brother.
ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Do this. I'm
Let's
ready, yo.
take a look at our first rugby player. Stephen Kitsoff.
All right, I know this one.
If you're done, you can give me a second.
Okay.
When Raul's done, that was less than 10 seconds. Show your board. Forward. Correct. Both get a point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much.
Well done.
Thank
1
you.
point each, keeping score.
I'm
Let's move over to the
nervous.
next.
I feel like South Africa's judging me right now.
But they are.
They are.
They are. Okay, next one, Cheslin Colby.
Oh, Cheslin. So that would be, ready for this.
Okay, ready?
Reveal. Back.
Back.
A point each.
Yeah.
Our boys
It's
are
like
good.
fullback and wing, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, fullback or wing.
You can play anywhere, actually.
You can actually
Colby
play
can
anywhere. I'll put it as a
Next
prop.
player.
Yeah.
Let's see on the screen.
All right.
Ox.
Check. Who does he look like? A winger. This is easy.
Forward or back?
Yeah.
Reveal your board.
Gotta be forward.
Forward.
Yes.
Correct.
He's like
well
is he a
done.
Oxenchair actually just got, he's out of the rugby championship and Stephen Kitsov actually just replaced him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what happens. You don't
wow.
listen to my sport all day, it's fine.
Okay. Ladies and gents, let's
Right.
move over to our fourth player. Let's see.
Quagga.
Quagga Smith, is he a forward or a back?
I've seen him play everywhere, but I think I'm gonna go with his main positions. I'm ready.
When you're ready,
I actually think, yeah, I'm
show
now.
us.
I'm going forward.
Ooh,
Forward.
this is going to
Well
be...
done.
Forward
I went
is
back
correct.
because
What is it?
I've seen he's so versatile.
Raul,
forward.
you get the point.
Well done,
He's
brother.
versatile. He
Forward.
plays like loose forward and like always everywhere in the back
But he's
line.
dynamic. He played 7, so I thought, you know, it made sense back, but it's
anything.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Love you, Kwak.
Right.
It's okay. Let's get our fifth player up. Andre Pollard.
Andre. My man. Yo, must have been a mistake there. That's...
When you're ready, reveal your board. In 3, 2, 1. Back, back, back. Let's see what the answer is. It is back.
Thank
well
you.
done,
Yes.
gents. Okay,
Fly off hand, I
Raul, you
think
got 5. Wasty, you got 4. Let's
Yes.
see how we're doing.
I know.
Let's move over to our sixth player.
Lukanya Oh, I love this guy, man.
Yep.
Electric
Be a
pace. He's
forward
got
or a back.
a great step. Great
Meeny, meeny,
vision.
miny,
All
mo.
skills are superb.
Yes,
Actually,
indeed.
wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
No, wait, you can't reveal. Wait, show me your answers. What did
made
you
a
have?
mistake. I made a mistake. I said forward.
I said
But
forward as well.
I know he's a back. I'm pretty sure he's a back.
So what is the correct answer? You're both wrong.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay,
I made a
no one
mistake.
gets a point
He's
there.
definitely back, yeah. He's like wing, I think.
He's also one of those dynamic players that could pretty much play anywhere, but okay, I got
and
you.
he's got the
You
size.
guys are
Goodness, I
hurting
know
the
we're hurting.
emotions of rugby lovers
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
But
These are hikers and footballers.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
you.
Okay, let's get our next
Ooh, I'm
player
excited
on the
about
board.
this guy, actually. Marvin Uri. Yes.
Is he a forward or a back?
This one. I think.
In 3, 2, 1, reveal your answer. Forward, forward, and the answer is
Yeah.
forward.
Thank you. I think he's a lock
Each
now,
get a
yeah.
point.
Man's tall.
Okay, Raul, you've got 6 out of 10. Wasty, 5 out of 10.
Oh my word,
so
I'm one
far.
behind you. Kwagga, I'm sorry, man, I believe you.
Let's get over to our next player. Herschel Yankees. Is he a forward or a back?
I'd imagine this position is technically quite close in between, but
And reveal your answer. Back. And the answer is back.
yeah.
Well
you.
done, James.
Although it's very close to the scrum there. Is a scrum
Yes,
off, right?
yes,
yeah.
come off.
Okay, I think
Yes,
this is
that's
our
the one.
final one.
Oh my word, I gotta get this point. I
gotta
gotta
get
get
this.
it wrong.
I gotta get
Two more,
this.
we
Get
got two
something
more.
wrong.
Second to last player. Let's get them on the board. Thomas de Toy.
That's it. It's like Ruan de Toy. Maybe they family.
Let's see. Forward. And the answer is forward.
Thank you.
Yes!
This
Final
1 point got me.
player.
Kwagga.
Let's see. This is Wasty's opportunity
It is indeed.
Ah,
to catch up. Damien Willemse, forward or back? Back, and the answer
back.
is back.
That's my guy.
Raul, you got 9 out of 10. Wasty, you got 8 out of 10. Well done, gentlemen. Oh,
But you know, the thing is, Zoe, I hope you know that the Kwagga Smith thing, I botched it deliberately because it's his birthday today. And I just, unlike you, I let him win.
oh,
Thank you.
that's what losers say. Well, now you can get ready for an extraordinary French escapade. Now, what happens is you need to grab any Clover product and you could be part of the exhilarating clash between South Africa and Scotland in the vibrant stadiums of France, where you would also be watching a match of our Boks playing in their positions live. But that's not all. 5 fortunate winners and their partners will also embark on a luxurious cruise to the enchanting paradise of Ibiza, sailing away from the captivating port of Marseille. Now, here is a little message from Skulk Burger to get you uber excited.
Clover is running an exciting promotion where there's a trip to France at play, winning some signed jerseys, and it's World Cup fever, isn't it? I know there's also a trip to Ibiza, and I wonder why I haven't been invited to that. But yeah, I'm hosting a luncheon, must say, before the Scottish game. And yeah, it's definitely not me. It's World Cup fever that's kicked off. So, you know, hopefully, you know, luck's on your side. I've never won anything at in any competition, you know, bar 1 or 2 rugby comps, but that's different, you know. So, you know, good luck, and maybe I see you at lunch in Marseille.
Oh, dankie Skalkburger. Now to enter, all you have to do is buy any Clover product, keep your till slip handy, and then dial *120 *560# and follow the prompts to enter. It really is that simple. So keep watching Expresso daily to find out more. There are T's and C's that apply, and those can be found at clover.co.za.
Yeah, for that. And the excitement must continue, guys. It's my birthday. I need some gears. What do you guys got for me? Anything good?
Of course. Well, I mean, obviously, we got the experience rolling, and that's exactly what's up right now on your screens. You got the host Skalkburger, all with Clover. But now that Clover is over for now, the word on the street is that nothing or nobody is as loyal as a dog. If you want loyalty, get a Ryle and a dog. So, but are dogs really that loyal? That's the question. Are they? And we wanted to show you something which is our lach of the day. Take a look at this.
Can we watch that one more time?
Okay, one more time, please.
I feel like our internet was lagging.
Yeah, one more time, please. We'd love to see it. Yes.
Playing with an egg.
Yo, it's the lach for me, man.
I love that. I can see that being a human interaction as well. It reminds me of anything I'd see as a prank, but I'm absolutely here for this. Absolutely here for loving all the things that are pets, all our furry love balls that we just have so much to be thankful for, and also thankful for you, Mzansi, for joining us for this one. We're not going anywhere. The magic will continue in just a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, when I heard about Kwagga Smith, man, can I just qualify about Kwagga? Like, I think because Kwagga can play I'm not trying to justify that I didn't get the point earlier. Sorry, I'm still on about
Oh, is this because he's like right there in
like,
the middle?
But he could be at the back and the front. He's kind of like an all-rounder.
He has that ability.
Like you're just digging your own
I am digging it properly. It's fine. But at least you won something today, and I've been, you know, it's a privilege. Thank you so much. That's I did that for you because it's your birthday. We also, for your party, I brought you talent. Like proper,
I mean, a true talent.
Like the guy's voice is just wonderful. All right, but that's coming up a little bit later, so make sure you stay right there.
Can't wait.
Watch South Africa versus Scotland live in France in a once-in-a-lifetime rugby experience brought to you by Clover. Catch the Box in rugby's ultimate showpiece, hosted by Springbok legend Skalkburger. 5 lucky winners and their partners will be winging their way to France. Plus, take a cruise to the Mediterranean island paradise of Ibiza. Buy any Clover product to enter. Watch Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more information on how you can win.
Made with love by Clover.
Bonjour. If you're as excited about the Rugby World Cup in France as we are, then listen up. Total Energies has an amazing opportunity just for you. You can join the Total Energies Loyalty Club today. Spend 700 Rand or more, then you stand a chance to win double tickets to the highly anticipated South Africa versus Ireland game on the 23rd of September in France. So get down to your nearest Total Energies today to make sure that you do not miss out on the experience of a lifetime. That competition closes on the 15th of July, so get on it. All the T's and C's do apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso on S3. Thanks a lot for sticking around. We've got a treat for you. Ruan Toy has been really enthusing us with such an incredible voice. I mean, I don't know where this voice came from, Mania, but like, it's so, there's a grizzle. It's a grizzle in your voice, man. Like the right type of grizzle, which is fantastic. But I wanted to know, just like, you know, you're doing your last song now. Where can we catch you? Where can we grab the music? When can we see you performing again?
It's on socials everywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and
Yes.
TikTok nowadays.
Oh, yes.
And then there's a new album on the way in 21st of this month. It's launching, yeah.
What's it called?
It's Stockholm Syndrome. And it's 4 Afrikaans songs and then 4 cover songs that I normally do on shows now for a while. So
nice.
one is like a country tune, quite a new country tune. Then there's an old classic, the story of Brandy Carlisle, that I do obviously in a man's version.
Wow.
Then I'm doing a laid-down version, a laid-back version of Dancing in the Dark from Springsteen. And I'm doing a FRK medley. But that's like 7.5 minutes of all the old Afrikaans FRK, but little short pieces.
What?
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
Okay, so 21st of this month, it's coming out.
July,
I'm looking forward to that. Available on all streaming platforms. Just for a bit of nostalgia, I know you're about to give us one of your tracks, the title track of your last album in 2020, Monumental.
Yeah, Monumental.
Just give us a little bit of a texture for this so we know exactly what type of frame of mind, because there's something very uplifting about this song.
Yeah, I think all of us were in a bad frame of mind at that stage. This was right in the middle of COVID, and the few songwriters came together and said, okay, let's write something positive, well, with a positive feel.
Yes.
And we went and we said, okay, well, Monumental, this is media's a monumentale oomblik in ons lewe. I mean, we never thought we were going to sit at home for so long. En toe gaan ons gaan delf regtig in menswees, in ons menswees, in Suid-Afrikaners se menswees. Die musiekvideo het ons ook geshoot by verskillende groot oomblikke en ek meen party van hulle nie so goed, die party van hulle great. Ek meen veldslae waar oorlog te gebeur het. Maar ons het daar gegaan, ons gaan kyk wat het gebeur. Hoekom is ons vandag hier? And that's the reason.
What? That is absolutely incredible. I love the richness, the depth that Roan the Toy gives you. So this is a song for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Monumental.
Daar's niks om te vrees nie. Ons is nog nie gebreek nie. Moenie opgee nie, moenie ophou probeer nie. Dis nog nie te laat nie. Onthou ons verlede. Ons is hier vir 'n rede. Hier lê ons sweet, hier lê ons bloed. Staan op want ons moet. Monumental, dis ons verhaal. Hoe kan ons stil bly? Ons sal het vertel. Dit kom al hoe nader, om hel of hoe water. Niks kan ons keer nie, want hy is in beheer. Dis monumental. Ag, ons nooit vergeet nie. Dit was nooit te vergeefs nie. Hier lê hul bloed, staan op want ons moet. Monumental, dis ons verhaal. Hoe kan ons stil bly? Ons sal het vertel. Dit kom al hoe nader, kom hel of hoe water. Niks kan ons keer nie, want hy is in beheer. Ja, niks kan ons keer nie, hy is in beheer. Dis ons verhaal. Hoe kan ons stil bly? Ons sal het vertel. Dis niet genade, ons weet het al jare. Niks kan ons keer nie, want hy is in beheer. Monumental, dis ons verhaal. Hoe kan ons stil bly? Ons sal dit vertel. Dit kom al hoe nader. Kom hel of hoe water. Niks kan ons keer nie, want hy is in beheer. Ja, niks kan ons keer nie, hy is in beheer. Dis
What incredible performance.
What? Honestly, I'm questioning, is this man even real? That was phenomenal.
Well done, Ruan.
Ruan, thank you so much, man. Take a bow. You were phenomenal. And I even got a birthday song from him. That day is made. I'm sorted. What a legend. And I believe it doesn't even stop there because apparently Ruan's going to be coming live straight after the show. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on Facebook Live, everywhere else. If you guys are sticking around and you want more of this man's fantastic grizzle, then don't
There's a
go anywhere.
grizzle.
Yeah, there's a grizzle. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the grizzle as well. It's Friday, so we're looking forward to having you on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So make sure you are front and center 6 a.m. tomorrow morning here on S3 with more talents, more dancing, more moves, and more grizzle. But have a happy birthday, Raul. You're amazing.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Mzansi, for sharing my birthday with me, making it even that much more special. Thank you to Mr. Grizzle, Ruan Toy, of course, and all the incredible guests. And thank you to you guys, obviously, for being a part of my incredible day so far.
Beautiful day, Raul. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mzansi. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning again.
Love ya.
Monumental. That's in my head now.
Another feel-good production.
Hey, welcome to our YouTubers and Facebook Live. My name is Carl Wasty. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're giving you a little bit more of our talents that we have on the show. Remember, every single morning, 6 till 9 a.m. on S3, we give you the best. And I'm talking about local artists, vocals from the locals like Ruan Toy, who's beside me, who's about to entertain you with a little extra song as well. Ruan, before we get there, you know, on the show today, there was something fantastic. It was monumental. There were some beautiful songs over there. But I think the secret is your voice. When did you realize that the grizzle was there? Because it's become a word on the show today.
Grizzle.
The grizzle. Hey, that lovely grizzle there. Because everybody, you can do a nice little alto, soprano, but you got something else, my friend. It's really a gift.
I think it's pure wear and tear.
Oh, so are we listening to the results of fatigue?
I think so. I won't say fatigue, but it's been a journey.
Nice.
I started out as a soprano, little boy. At some stage, I was the highest soprano in the Eastern Cape.
What?
And then, started doing pubs and smoke and drink and all the wrong stuff. And then eventually, I ended up losing all that and left with this. So
You know, I feel like there's no mistakes in your life.
Well.
You know, there are no mistakes. We make these choices and we get the grizzle.
There you get the
So
grizzle.
I think just to remember that. But I'm looking forward to another performance for everybody on YouTube and Facebook Live right now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Which song would you like to do for us today?
I think we're going a bit Irish.
You're going Irish?
Going Irish.
You're going to Irish, all right?
Yes.
So, all right, so
Let's do a bit of
Let's go. We're going to a little Irish, or you're doing a little Scottish, a little UK. So this is going to be all you. Ruan the Toy with a grizzle and a song like this. Enjoy YouTube, enjoy Facebook Live. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Took an arrow to the heart. Never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Yeah, I want it all. You got me feeling like I wanna be the guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till it's a like nights. When you say the party's over, then we bring it right back. And you say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till it's a like nights. When you say the party's over, then we bring it right back into the dark. On the backseat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Ooh, I can get enough. You know you could take me apart. Put me back together and take my heart. I never thought that I could love this hard. Ooh, I can get enough. You can feel like I wanna be the guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till it's the like nights. When you say the party's over, then we bring it right back. And you say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till it's the like nights. When you say the party's over, then we bring it right back. Baby, you work so hard, you make me shiver with the fire you've got. This thing we started, I don't want it to stop. You know you make me shiver. Baby, you work so hard, you make me shiver with the fire you've got. This thing we started, I don't want it to stop. You know you make me shiver. Ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shiver. Baby, you wanna dance till it's the like nights. When you say the party's over, then we bring it right back. And you say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shiver. Baby, you wanna dance till it's the like nights. When you say the party's over, then we bring it right back.
Come on. On the 21st of July, there is a certain album dropping. It's going to be phenomenal. And just a teaser for you, it's going to be inspiration from Ruan. And so it's the Stockholm Syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome.
There we go. Please go check it out. And also, if you're on your streaming platform, RUHAN, DUTOIT, Toit. Not toy, because he's toyed. He's amazing. That's what he is. Ruan, thanks a lot for joining us on the show
Thanks a
today.
lot, man.
What an incredible thing. So to YouTube as well as Facebook Live, thanks for joining us. Remember, tomorrow morning, Friday, we turn the heat up. We've got excitement for you to take in the weekend. So make sure you tell everybody in the WhatsApp group right now, tell them to tune into your Feel Good Breakfast show tomorrow on S3. From me, Carl Wasty, have the best day. Ruan, thank you very much, my friend.
It's a pleasure.
You are the best. My man.
Thanks, man.
We're besties now.
You did a dancing edition.
I did do a dancing edition.